Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to this edition of the Halcyon Show. My name is Lorne Risley. I want to thank you for joining me. I'm going to get something just out of the way nice and quickly, okay? This will be the only stream I do for a little while, with the exception of one, and that stream I don't expect anyone to tune in for. This stream is for battle rap purposes. And there's actually two people in the chat right now I want to shout out. Crash and Dub T. Crash has been impossibly patient with me while I've been trying to get my shit together to do more battle rap related stuff. I'll talk to him at some stage in the future and we'll try and work something out to be more on a weekly or at least fortnightly basis going forwards. And also young Dub T. He actually offered to hop in and watch this live with me. However, because this will be the only stream I do battle rap wise for the foreseeable future, I've opted to I'm just going to watch it, react to it. Hopefully you enjoy my belated reaction to Shotty Horroh versus Gemin1. The long and the short of it, ladies and gentlemen, is if you don't know me personally, my mother passed away on the 14th of July. That's hit me quite hard, and it's also dominated a lot of my attention and energies over the last month. Once I have kind of come to terms with that and I'm a little bit more on the level emotionally on a regular basis, then I hope to be able to produce more content and resume doing the normal thing. That was also the reason I wasn't in attendance for this event. I hope you'll forgive me. It was just at a time where I didn't feel good. I didn't feel right. This is the biggest event of the year with the biggest battle of the year. And so it felt, and actually Dub T will attest to this, up until 11:30 of the night before, I was going backwards and forwards about whether or not to go. Dub T, Cammy, and Danny from Pick Your Battles, Smokehouse, were all incredibly accommodating to me to say, look, if you want to come and we'll get you in, we'll get you a ticket, we'll get you in the door. So I can't say I wasn't given the opportunity to be there, and by all accounts, I probably should have been. Me and Crash have done extensive work covering the tournament up until this point. so we should have been there to see the climax of it, I suppose. But life, in its infinite wisdom, decided to have other ideas for me. So I appreciate that this is kind of a day late and a buck short. This has happened a while ago now, and so most of you know how this went down and have seen it. I have not seen a single line. I have not seen a single bar. I have not seen anything other than I know who won. Okay, I'll admit that off the top. That who wins this battle is not a surprise to me. It is not a spoiler to me. However, how it transpired, what happens, does it live up to the hype? More importantly, all of that I hope to discover with you. But just coming back to the point, just from everything that I've done this year from UK Battle Rap wise, Crash, I appreciate you, brother. You've been nothing but a creative support and everything up until, confidant, friend, everything in between. Dub T, I was very pleased to see he get his accolades all the way up until the final. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what more he has in the future. In fact, I'm probably going to bother him after this live stream. He'll probably holler with me, though. He'll be like, sorry, now I've got to go out and do lots of young people stuff, whatever the devil it is you kids do on a Saturday night. And I'll have some other stuff to say at the end of the stream. But for now, at least, I just wanted to make it clear as to why originally I was saying, like, hey, if you want to hop on with me, come on. It's more like I'm not going to spend 20 quid on something that's going to go, for one stream and then I'm not going to use it. So it is one of those things. Hadda Shrooms is also pinged. I appreciate seeing you on the stream, Hadda Shrooms. It's good to hear from you. Good to see you. Yeah, I suppose with all that out of the way, like I say, I'll come back to some other stuff at the end when we'll have watched the battle. It'll be all good. The headline, Shotty Horroh versus Gemin1. And for lack of a better phrase, this is, as the marketing puts it, it is the biggest battle in UK Battle Rap for a decade. Maybe, sorry, I'm just going to put that on silent. That's my sister checking in from the week, because that's what we do on Saturdays. We compare notes as to how fucking shit the week was. It's become a habit. Anyways, that's muted now. Shotty Horroh versus Gemin1. So, I have seen only Shotty Horroh perform live once. And he very much lived up to the mythos of Shotty Horroh. I've never seen Gemin1 perform live, albeit I've become fairly acquainted with his work. Going into this battle, I mean, in terms of a prediction, I think my prediction was weighed up with not only just who I thought pound for pound was best and who bar for bar was best, but also with the politics almost, like who would be best for the scene to win, which is a weird mind space to find myself in up until that point, because it should just be who's the best on the day. But of a battle of this magnitude, it's going to have ramifications all the way through the scene and for months, if not years to come, because the winner of this battle is the champion of the league that is at the forefront of UK Battle Rap at a time in Battle Rap, in the UK at least, where it's threatening to cross over into the US and other countries in a way it hasn't been able to in years. So whoever wins this battle kind of becomes the face of UK Battle Rap for a year or so. So they, better be fucking good. Well, we've got that box covered because Gemin1 is one of the most accomplished battle rappers of the current era and Shotty Horroh is Shotty Horroh. But they also need to be active enough to be able to carry the belt and carry the scene on their shoulders for a little while until one of these young up-and-comers, DeBurk, Dum T, Pagan, Hamill, Frost, everyone in between can start making their own, and not forgetting now Bobby Rex as a champion as well. So there's a lot riding on this battle, not just who wins and loses in a belt, but also what happens to the scene going forwards. So I'll be honest, the way I called it prior to the battle was I thought that, well, Gemin1 has probably more to gain from continuing his career in UK Battle Rap as champion, and so he'll be pushing for the win, and will have plenty of fucking motivation because it's Shotty Horroh, whereas Shotty Horroh maybe has more aspirations of, he's already, he doesn't need the title, he's probably got half an eye on other things, so the way I was weighing it up, I thought Gemin1 would come into this a little hungrier, a little sharper. He's had a rep with KOTD more recently as well. You know what I mean? But we'll have to wait and see what happens. So Again, a day late, a buck short, and I appreciate the other thing as well. The reason I led with the reason I've been away is because if I'm a little bit more somber than usual, or if I'm a little bit less animated than usual, I hope you'll forgive me. I'm trying to get back to normality. I'm trying to treat this like I used to treat this, you know, big, dumb, outlandish comments, loud, waving of arms, all the rest of it. If I'm a little bit more subdued, bear with me. I'll do my best. Hopefully, we'll have more than enough here to get me jazzed up. I have my OJ, water, and coffee, so I have nothing if plenty of sustenance. Let's get on with the battle of the decade, shall we? Right, let's swap windows. It's an hour long, this video, by the way, so strap in. We've got a long way to go. Let's go.
I used to know you way back when, and I used to think it was proper safe. But you became bitter once I reached a level you could not obtain. That's when the clock is strange. A Gemini has two sides by definition. The way you spell it leaves a lot explained. Because you're a two-faced in real life and one in name. Navi!
Great to see a packed out room again,
man.
man.
Danny Jack came out the closet, GTA 6 got announced, and Apple released 36 iPhones. It's clear as day. It's clear as day. To me, you've been a sellout from the start. You want to build the American scene instead of helping out with ours. You want to be on Smack so bad, but I'm the one we see with the belt around my arm, and it won't be in vain.
I might have to, if they give away more, I might have to fast forward. Okay, no, cool. It's just bar for bar, okay. PB1. Also, just one other thing before we get real into this, leave your comments as we go. You know me, I like to read comments. I like to showcase what people are thinking and saying, especially the judging aspect. I know that the judging on this is going to be controversial. People are going to have their thoughts. They're going to have their own ideas of everything that's going on. So please, as you're watching this, tell me what bits you liked. Tell me what bits you didn't like. Give me your judging. If you were there on the day, let me know what was going on. I want to know it all. Let's go. Oh yeah, they had Bobby on the they had Bobby MCing. It's so good to see the room looking like that again, man. Kruger on a camera as well. Come on, son. Oh, and Bagnall's there as well. Wow. Bagnall and Kruger on cameras. This is big time, baby. If Bobby doesn't battle another battle ever, he's found his home as an MC. He's great. It's like Craft D I saw in the front as well. Former champ in the crowd. Well, technically, this is a unification, man.
PB1 Shotty Horroh versus Gemin1. If you're with us, then who it, Dolly?
Imagine trying to get a front seat for this fucking battle, man.
This is 10 years in the making, and I can't be happier the fact it's happening on PB. Shouts to Cartrix UK. Check the left file, but on the left-hand side, the challenger for the title.
So happy it's happening on PB. Man, listen, man. I know Don't Flop really isn't around anymore, but I hope they never stop needling each other. I'm here for it, man. I love that shit.
I don't even need to introduce this guy, one of the biggest names in global battle rap, never mind the UK, from Manchester. Show some love to Shotty Horroh.
60% of that room, maybe more, is dead just because he's there, man.
And on my right-hand side is the reigning champ. I want you lot to make a lot of noise for the current champ, Gemin1! It's that
time. Big up these two battlers. This could quite easily have been an exhibition, but they decided to put the UK title on the line. We've got 5 judges. Gem decided Shotty wants to start round 1. Round 1 at Shotty Horroh.
Let's go. All right.
You want to start it? They said they don't just want punchlines in this, but
Crash, I wouldn't say that. I would say that, again, dude, like, not being funny, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of MCs in battle rap that don't really get the intro aspect of it. I do it differently, but that maybe it's, again, Gem's always been a bit understated, man. He's not what I would, he's a cool customer, you know what I mean? He's not overt, you know, he's not flamboyant, you know what I mean? So it's fine. Anyways, Shotty Horroh's opening. He's let the crowd open for him.
Why is that? They want rapping.
They do want rapping, yes.
So walk on, fam.
Why I say, bro? He's done the DMX thing. Take his shirt off.
I want action.
Okay.
John Rambo in combat mode and I'm on that shit. What champion? This is bog standard trying to cross paths with God status. I'll beat you with one arm behind the back like Bob Backlund. That belt. That belt. I already got that shit. I went out last night and popped champers while he was congratsing. I went for a knees up before the body landed like frog splashing.
If there's anyone that's ever going to surpass Shotty Horroh in wrestling bars, I haven't met that person yet. That Gast might come close one day, but in terms of, like, making it, like, again, he's the most... I would implore you to go and watch the second Arsenal battle. I think it's his second round. It's just wrestling. It's well, not just, but it's mainly wrestling bars, and I'm here for it. Love that shit.
Well, the people's champ. I got bare hugs, but need to lock back in if I want that win. I'm not slacking. 15 years in and still not lost passion. While you was off, not grafting. I faced 4 of the best in the world in top matches and got practice. I'm Rocky doing pull-ups and squats back in the log cabin. What's cracking? That shit you and your boys pull with Bobby, I watch that shit. Fuck is it? None of you are soldiers. But if your dog tags in, they'll have to win these dog tags in. This ain't a dog fight, I'm dog. Fuck! Say it again, Say it again from show. Fuck is it? None of you are soldiers. But if your dog tags in, they'll have to win these dog tags in. This ain't a dog fight, I'm dog walking him. You're Paul Walker in. You and your dogs are too dogmatic. That's why the views dropped off rapid. I said Paul Walker, because soon as your belt in a driver's seat got fastened, all the NOS gassing had to stop crashing. And it stopped traffic. 1,000 hit combo. Jan All Black couldn't stop that shit. I'm not planning to go to hospital for surgery or nothing, but I'm up blacking. I shouldn't have said Paul Walker, I should have said Luke Skywalker, because in the end, I don't want to be offhanded. But the... I shouldn't have said
Sci-fi
Paul
bars,
Walker,
we've got them.
Skywalker.
I should have said Luke Sky. I'm offhanded. Okay. Hey, listen. I'm not sure this is a Star Wars crowd, but sure.
Because in the end, I don't want to be offhanded. But the punching you're facing is like I'm punching you're facing. It's gobsmacking. You know what, Navid? Let's go! This one's really been on my brain. I know I'm going to tear you apart. I just don't know where I should start. There's a lot to say, and I don't want to make one mistake. You've been the next big champ for 13 years. Back then, they said your career would probably top the greats if you concentrate. Well, it's been 13 years. When's he going to become this star? How much longer have I got to wait? Sorry, Briggs, eh? Didn't hear you then. What'd you say? Definitely coming. Just not today. Gemin1 named after astrology, horoscopes and cosmic dates, and I think it makes perfect sense because you keep telling me to watch this space. You've been the next big thing for 13 years. How much longer has it got to take? Sorry, Briggsy. Didn't hear you then. What'd you say? It's definitely fucking coming.
No.
Just not today.
I know he gives a lot of shit, but if there's anyone that suffers more abuse than Briggsy, with the exception of maybe Rick Charles, again, I don't know who that is in battle rap. Like, he's just getting the piss ripped out of him constantly. And it was nice in the tournament that he was able to have a moment or two to give it back. So, but yeah, now we're upping it to physical assault. Interesting.
I named after astrology, horoscopes, and cosmic dates, and I think that makes perfect sense. Because you keep telling us to watch this space. What's it take? Because we was both on Don't Flopping days when the stock and fame was off the chain. You coasted at someone the boss had made. I was organic way before a new king of the dot was made. I want What's it take? I was organic before a new king of the dot was made. I wanted world domination. That's how I ended up on the plane while you watched them wave. Your career, you had just as many opportunities as I did. But instead of putting in the work like I did, you'd opt for safe, ops and stay, but you got your mates. You didn't hunt for your food. Every single one you ate was presented to you on a plate. You wasn't brave. They don't respect your career as much as mine, because they watched me take every risk you didn't want to take. They saw me on some cold shit, ready to go out on my blade like I got my skates for hockey games. You said you was here when the scene was dead. I say they saw you and everything they seen was dead. You just want someone to blame. Always blame me for the scene dying, because they only say the scene's dying when I'm on a break.
That's interesting, because he's not wrong, but there's something in that. But that's a more complicated point that I think I accept on face value. Good bar, though.
All those little battle raps and songs you make couldn't populate a comments page unless you correlate Shotty's name. Fine, I'll obligate and confiscate the title from your waist. He is not the champion of this country, I promise me. Go around the world and ask anybody about battle rap in the UK. Shotty Horroh's name's the one they'll say.
It is. Yep, no, that's fair. That is. Hey, listen. As much as me and a lot of people criticize him, if there's one thing you can never ever take away from the man, is that he is ubiquitous. He is to UK battle rap what the UFC is to MMA. The two almost go hand in hand and inseparable from each other.
It's been a big look for the kid, like the search party by the cops the day they lost John Bonet. It's been a big look for the kid, like the search party by the cops the day they lost John Bonet. But I'm the real champ. My name's on the belt like Johnny Cage, and it's not a game. I used to know you way back when, and I used to think you was proper safe. But you became bitter once I reached a level you could not obtain. That's when the clock's is strange. A Gemini has two sides by definition. The way you spell it leaves a lot explained, because you're a two-faced cunt in real life and one in name. Navi! Do you want my honest take? You're just another Shotty Horroh fake that wants my place. There's a difference in taking what I have and having what it takes. Life is full of roads. Your destination depends on options made, and you've gone astray, so I think it's ironic you're called Nav when you lost your way. Now he's just a shit rapper that relies on character assassination, making his opponent look like the bad guy. But always beware of the virtue signaller pointing the finger holding the gaslight. I could talk about that shit you did with Soul. You knew making him look like a racist in a room full of black guys was the only way we could cue the bagpipes that night. But I don't want to talk about Black White. I want to talk about Frank White. Frank White's a long-time fan of this shit. Battle rap's a passion of it, so he pumps cash in the biz and doesn't ask for a flip. He's a decent man that runs a company called We The Fans, because that's all he actually is. Me versus Gem was a battle he wanted to make happen for you, because he knew the UK needed a battle this big, so he starts chatting to Briggs. The business gets done, numbers get agreed, dates are practically in. We start planning the undercard. Everything is wunderbar, and then...
Very good, yes.
That's good. We plan the undercard, everything is wunderbar, and then tragedy hits. Frank White is diagnosed with thyroid cancer that can take him away from his family and kids, so he has to step back for a bit. And Gemin1 accuses him of lying and said he's just chatting some shit because he doesn't actually have the cash to commit. What a rat little bitch went online and told him to go and fuck himself when he's actually sick, and that's actually sick. Because if you'd have said that to one of my family that had cancer, I'd have smashed you as a bitch, you daft little prick. How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you?
I mean, yeah. I don't know anything about that, but if we're gonna go characteristics, if he's gonna accuse Gemin1 of one of his skills is character assassination, and he pulls out something equal or worse, then yeah, beating him at his own game, very, very useful tactic.
How fucking dare you? After everything that just happened with Bish, you arrogant dick, in a group chat, we saw you act like a kid, have a tantrum and switch, cuss Frank out, because you think this little battle is big, when none of us are actually in a bigger battle than his. Answer me this.
And I still think he's lying.
Wow! Oh my god! Gem! Okay, wow. Okay, so Gem is steering properly into the heel, the heel aspect of this. I mean, look, it's Shotty Horroh, it's on-prem. If anyone's gonna be the face in this dynamic, it's gonna be Shotty Horroh. So I suppose, why not steer into it? But after he's laid that all out to look at the camera and go, I still think he's lying. Fucking hell, Gem.
Gemin1 is named after astrology, and astrology tells us stars and planets are planning the script. If you believe in star signs, you have to believe in all star signs. They tell us what's going to happen and who we're compatible with. Madness is this. With that in mind, the way you spoke to Frank was frankly the piss. Because if you believe in star signs enough to name yourself after it, then how's a Gemin1 denying a cancer exists?
He's cracked Shotty as well. I still don't believe him. See what I mean? Like, I don't think Shotty heard him the first time. That's crazy. That's Gem sitting there looking dead in the eyes, stone face, saying, still don't believe him. Fucking hell, man. He's proved it.
Round one. That's my first round, yeah.
Yeah. Golf clap. Okay, right. Impressions of the first round from Shotty. I mean, I'd be curious to hear what people in the chat think. There's 5 of you watching at the moment. Obviously, need to hear Gemin1's round before I judge it. But impressions of a round from Shotty Horroh. I mean, the character assassination line and then feeding into that is great. That's fantastic. I mean, like I say, he's already building the platform for him being the face in this situation, and getting a crowd to like you is half the battle with battle rap. I think one of the things that I don't buy in with Shotty Horroh in his current iteration is this, because he's making his stuff look more complicated. Like it's intricately played. It's not actually that intricate. It's good stuff and there's some fun stuff. But I think, again, Shotty is at his best when he's irreverent. As much as he's got a reputation for being very visceral and direct, he's at his best when he's so irreverent and just so like, everything is wunderbar. Like, it's just so offhand that you don't see it coming. And just instantly breaks any, like, tension. He just controls the crowd and the stage so well. Ups and downs the tempo. I think, though, like I say, that, especially towards the end when he, you know, it's ironic that a Gemin1 denies a cancer exists. That's sick. But I hold out hope for Gem because, not being funny, looking dead into the camera and saying, I still think he's lying, and breaks not only me, but then Shotty himself. It's craziness. But it's a solid first round. Let's see what Gem's got in response.
Okay, so we got Gemin1 with a 1.
Yes.
Shotty Horroh with an H.
Yes.
This is about to be the most dyslexic battle that I've and whether it's premier battles or don't flop, I'm the one who landed on the throne.
Yep.
But I don't really care about that. I just want to see Adam getting smoked. Because you think we're in 2 different leagues. And you're right. But I'm the champion of both. Let's go. Let's go.
Smokehouse in the house. You might have missed it at the beginning. Appreciate you, brother, again, for leading up to this event and everything afterwards. I'm glad to see you're leading the charge in my absence. You and Cammy, by the way. Okay, by the way, like I was saying, thoughts on the battle, lines that you like, judge the rounds. Let me have it in the comment section. I want to read them.
But I'm the champion of both. Let's go. We
Let's
could have
go.
done this in Manchester. You would have got killed at home. You would have died on your front doorstep like Jill Dando. You chat loads. You chat loads. But now you done said enough. You're getting crushed. The situation has escalated. Time to step it up. This gonna be like when your parents draw a line over your head when you're hella young. Because now your back's against the wall. We get to see how you measure up. Before this starts, how many name flips have you got? I know you've written a lot. If you had like 3 last round. If you call me G or the 1, then you have instantly lost. He be reaching for name flips. And that's basic rap to me. Remember when he called Tony D Toe?
Yes, he did.
Mate, insanity. Well, my first name's Navid. And that comes from my Iranian family. And that alone should let you know, trying to break down my government will only lead to one thing. Straight catastrophe, because I don't need name flips. I give him 4 bars, sleep paralysis. I'm the demon ruining his dreams. I give him 4 bars, sleep paralysis. I'm the demon ruining his dreams. Or give him 8 bars, like a Coldplay concert. It'll make you wish they never put you on a big screen. I give him 2.
Topical references, we've got them.
Because I don't need name flips. I give him 4 bars, sleep paralysis. I'm the demon.
Isn't it mad that in maybe 2 or 3 years, no one's going to remember the Coldplay couple? Like, that was just fucking everywhere for about a month, and now it's going to be one of those things that it's like, oh yeah, remember when that was a thing? And no one's going to get that reference in 2 or 3 years in this battle. Isn't that mad?
Demon ruining his dreams, or give him 8 bars, like a Coldplay concert, and make you wish they never put you on a big screen. I give you 12 bars, and make everyone in your crew want to switch teams. I give you, Russell Brand. I shouldn't even be allowed to say what I would do with a 16, bitch.
The first crazy of the battle. Shout out Black T.
I know the games you play. And for the crowd, take a sip every time he flips my name today. You dealing with a nigga that always raise the stakes, behind the scenes, making plays. I even book battles for Prem. That's something you can't take away. Without me on the line to Briggsy, this shit wouldn't stay the same. Got me feeling like Donald Trump at the World Cup. I can make one phone call that can change the game. Let's keep it 100.
Whoever's got their goddamn phone on needs to turn it off,
the
man.
UK scene. This shit is not right. You don't even want the title. You just care about the spotlight. You ain't really one of us, but you think you're the top prize. In 14 years, you battled 3 UK battlers, and you lost twice. 14 years. 14 years.
And that's how you know this is a heel face dynamic, because there's a lot of people in that room that are like reconsidering, like, oh, you know what I mean? No dramas, brother. It's good to see you. I appreciate you dropping in. Fucking hell, man. The dynamic in this is oh man, by the way, I wish I had this image as the thumbnail now. Never mind. But yeah, man, the dynamic is already so set up that Gemin1 is the heel and Shotty's the face. So Gemin1's got an uphill battle to climb, period. But yeah, 3 UK battlers. So who is that? That's Shuffle T, him. Who was the other one that he's battled most recently then? Who did Shotty battle before Shuffle then? Oh, fucking Tally. So is that really it? Wow. What a good point, Jem.
14 years. That shit isn't right, bro. In that time, Danny Jack came out the closet, GTA 6 got announced, and Apple.
Bit of a Shuffle T thing.
Years. That shit isn't right, bro. In that time, Danny Jack came out the closet, GTA 6 got announced, and Apple released 36 iPhones. It's clear as day. It's clear as day. To me, you've been a sellout from the start. You want to build the American scene instead of helping out with ours. You want to be on Smack so bad, but I'm the one we see with the belt around my arm, and it won't reinvent.
Sick.
You want to be on...
Crash, which is a bit mad compared to Shotty's first round angle. Well, listen, man, this is why this is an interesting battle, because both of these guys have got rich histories. Both of these guys have got mega cachet and mega credibility. So these guys could go hell for leather as far as I'm concerned. And I feel like Shotty did in the first round with the BTS stuff. Frank White, I think he called him. We the is that the? I presume that's the Twitter account. We the fans then. And now Gemin1's going in with this, and that's the thing, man. Like, it's for the title. You've got to go for it. And as much as it is about rapping ability, sometimes it is about, look, it's the title match. There's stakes, so fucking battle like you care. And both of them, hey, as much as Gem is putting the case forward that Shotty doesn't care. Listen, man. This battle's great so far. It's fucking... they're both going at each other, and I'm here for it.
You want to be on smack so bad, but I'm the one we see with the belt around, and it won't be in vain. I'll put a stop to this shit now. This a UK, and it won't be in vain. I'll put a stop to this shit now. This a UK lane. You should probably switch routes, or I'm knocking this bitch out, because you want to be an American murderer, like John Wayne Gacy, but you're not. You're a big clown, and I'm a UK killer, and I'm a UK killer, like Fred and Rose West. And that's why most of my bodies are in-house, a King How. Come back here.
Fuck's sake.
And that's why most of my bodies are in-house, a King How. 15 fucking years you've been here. Why have you never had the belt? You don't.
By the way, this is exactly what I was saying throughout the tournament. Like, get in each other's personal space. Make them be petty, all the rest of the sort of stuff. Create an air of, like, this battle has that tension. It's got that unpredictable, implosive element to it. And I'm here for it. Gemin1 stepping right to Shotty.
I want to lose to one of us in case you end up on a shelf. You could have battled Soul, Quill, Shocks, but you don't want to put that pressure on yourself. So why is your name Horror when you're the one who's scared of everybody else? Don't do that.
This is my turn, I'm coming out. You came up to my turn, I'm gonna walk out.
Where's my lip douche, man?
When you're the one who's scared of everybody else, to me, it just seems silly. Now you got to deal with the beast in me, because you don't want to get involved. You prefer to watch everyone else going at it, like P. Diddy. Am I lying? Am I lying?
Okay. God. Okay. There we go.
To me, it just seems silly. To me, it just seems silly. So you got to deal with the beast in me, because you don't get involved. You prefer to watch everyone else going at it, like P. Diddy. Am I lying? If Briggsy calls him for Quill, then he doesn't respond. But if Tay-Rock hits him up for Eunice, his bags are packed and he's running along. Typical reform voter.
Okay, well, hang on. Right. Hang on. Gem, where are you going with this, man? Like, okay, right, hang on. I need to hear the run-up for this properly. Right, typical reform voter. Okay? Fucking hell. Also, Crash, Diddy Bars, Battle Rap's back, baby. Oh, God. We'll get Crash back on. Me and Crash's streams seem to be favorites of people, so we'll get him back, I promise. Crash, you're too funny, my friend. Right. Gemin1, typical reform voter. Go on, then.
And he's running along. Typical reform voter. Not because he flies the flag for us when he's gone. It's because when you hear there's a new killer, all you care about is which country they're from, and it ain't.
Okay.
All you care about is which country they're from, and it ain't this one. Bro, you want to be American so fucking... Stop. You want to be American so fucking bad it's cringe. You even started using their words. He called money green faces. Adidas Adidas. Bro, you are a nerd. And that's the reason that I ain't letting him run. I am getting him spun. Because instead of battling a UK dialect, you was too busy copying the American one. I'll turn up to your crib with the weapon I brung. They say white boys don't like seasoning. I'll show you what happens when I pepper your drum. Your head in a trunk.
Let's go, Jem.
I will show you what happens when I pepper your head in a trunk. Your music career flopped, so you came back here when you said you was done. You said it's funny I spell my name with a 1. Well, that's because I really am.
Oh gosh, are you looking at my talent? That's mean. This is what I'm saying. It's as much about what they're doing off camera and not in their rounds as it is. Gem in the first round with the I still think he's lying. Gemini with his your music career flopped, so he's looking at him like, you really want to go there? You really want to go there? Like, that's fucking... I see you, Shotty. I see what you're doing there. Both of these guys are undermining each other at every opportunity, and I'm fucking here for it. This is title match caliber. They are both going for it in their rounds and accepting nothing short of fucking disrespect out of their rounds.
You said you was done. You said it's funny I spell my name with a 1. Well, that's because I really am second to none, but it's... You said it's funny I spell my name with a 1. Well, that's because I really am second to none. But it's funny you spell your name with an H when that's the Manchester rapper you was meant to become.
Okay. Okay. Got ourselves a battle here, ladies and gentlemen. That looks like a wild Koj, if I'm not mistaken.
You have beat a lot of Americans. See, I won't lie. You have beat a lot of Americans. See, I won't lie to you. But can we all keep it 100? Barely of them have even tried for you. Disaster, freestyled. He didn't even jot a sentence. Math skipped a whole round because he saw you and he wasn't threatened. That Brooklyn kid didn't want to co-sign your name.
Although he was rightly derided as a result of him doing that. I remember that battle, and I also remember everyone thinking that was a thing, and Shotty being just like, as much as everyone else, like, what the fuck are you doing? Kind of killed the vibe of that battle. So not Shotty's fault, in Shotty's defense there.
Like Posh and Beckham. Hitman didn't...
What do you say? Sorry, I hate when I do that. I wish I could just hit a 5-second rewind sometimes.
He didn't even jot a sentence. Math skipped a whole round because he saw you and he wasn't threatened. That Brooklyn kid didn't want to co-sign your name like Posh and Beckham.
Ah, gotcha, okay. Again, topical references, we've got them.
Kid didn't want to co-sign your name like Posh and Beckham. Clips didn't try. Hitman was not impressive. They didn't think that you're the GOAT. They just saw a rapper with jokes like a chocolate penguin. That's what... They didn't think that you're the GOAT. They just saw a rapper with jokes like a chocolate penguin. That's why all his opponents are holding back like they're trying to do a block in Tekken. Geechee was stumbling.
That's crazy.
That is sick.
Geechee was stumbling all through round 2. I almost forgot to mention. But you was fucking Sharon's ex, bitch. So you should be used to battle rappers giving you sloppy seconds. But me, I was never like this. I put the UK first when the pressure rises, forever timeless. I left Bizzo Bond dead and lifeless, with Bobby Rex to rest beside him. I put Raptor in Tox's coffin, in a hole so deep that you would never find it. See, I don't have space in my graveyard, Shotty, because I already put most of your friends inside it.
Fucking hell. Okay.
And I don't have a slogan. I could never come up with one. But I got 3 words for you, bro.
You got it right this time. You got it right, not 2 words.
You got it right this time. You used to say 2 words. Right, so first rounds are in. If I had to be honest, a lot of the reactions in the first round were because it's Shotty Horroh. I think the crowd are just like, holy shit, that's Shotty Horroh. Everything he says is fucking gold. So I'll try and discount the reactions to a certain degree for both of them to respect that fact. I think Shotty was definitely cleaner, and I think he had the more effective concept on this on the second part of his round with the character assassination thing, like highlighting a technique of Gemini's, utilizing it against him to devastating effect. I think, though, Gemini in that round was stronger, but again, weaker with delivery. There was a couple of they're very, very slight stumbles, but their notes, it just wasn't 100% clean. I also think, again, the off-camera stuff weighs in for me because I like the jawing at each other. It's quite fun. If I had to judge that round, I think I preferred Gemin1's more. I think Gemin1's was a little bit funnier. Wasn't quite as well constructed, and it wasn't quite as smooth. I will grant you that. Shotty's was executed almost to perfection. But there's a lot of transitional stuff in there, like not designed for. You could take that, put it against someone else, but that the Frank White or Frankie White, whatever it was, the We the Fans angle was really sharp. Also, how can a Gemin1 deny a cancer exists? Like that's great. But if I'm judging it, I give round 1 to Gemin1. But let's see how Shotty responds. Shotty's not going to not have anything for round 2.
Every battle I've ever watched you have, you tell everyone you're on the graft. No wonder you went from video on demand to missing home on remand. Chopped the little Instagrams and pretended you was making boxes land. And said it all on the cam so the cops can watch it back like, roger that. You are not the plug. You talk too much. Everyone knows it would have got them bagged if they copped a pack. No one's checking you and getting food. Probably be followed back by a bobby van. Might as well have a sign on the side of the block of flats you're shotting at. You're Kevin from Home Alone. You make it hot to handle when you put heat on the trap. Little runner. Trying to make himself sound like a boss in raps. Well, if you're from the bits and you've ever been skimped, it's likely at some point you had to shot for cash. That's just part of our past he hasn't gotten past. So he tries to make it sound bigger than it is. But your volume lacks. I can't believe all the bollocks I watched you chat. Well, I'm really from the patch, so I'm onto that. Who knows the controls to beat Kung Lao in Mortal Kombat, lads? Yeah, the block is back to stop the cap. Trying to beat me? That's like trying to body slam a hologram.
So he's amalgamated the wrestling and the Star Wars. Body slam or hologram. Cool.
If my shit is uncovered, the knife twisting your stomach like pollywag.
Twisting your stomach. Okay. Pokemon bars now. We've got those. Somewhere out there in that audience, wherever he is, Cammy just lost his fucking... Battle rap, Pokemon, Shotty Horroh. I'm surprised you can't see or hear. Cammy is in there somewhere losing his fucking mind. Also, just a quick crowd scan, because why not? So we got Crafty. I can see Enigma. There's going to be other faces in there that I'm just not picking out at the moment. But yeah, I can't see Cammy anywhere. That's disappointing. Oh no, I can see him. There he is, right in the top right hand corner. There's Cammy, and he's smirking to himself because Pokemon and Battle Rap and Shotty Horroh in the same fucking sentence. Cammy, tell me your dreams didn't all come true in that moment, my friend, and God bless you for it. Twisting your stomach like pollywag.
Trying to beat me? That's like trying to body slam a hologram. If my shit is uncovered, the knife twisting your stomach like pollywag. My thoughts was proper mad when your blood dropped and splashed and your body was flopping back on the grass. I thought you'd make a great wingback because of how fast you was dropping back when you got attacked. Another thought I've had, and I've got to ask since I got the chance. With your battle being deleted on the URL, do you feel like an insomniac because you're not on a nap? Truth is, it just wasn't.
I don't know if that did that happen at all in any of his US battles. Shotty has a tendency of really getting annoyed with his audiences when they don't catch something he's really happy with. He was clearly very happy with that line, and he's gesturing to the audience like, "Wake the fuck up." I don't know is there any other battler that takes it quite as badly when he thinks... I mean, I've seen other battlers go like, "Oh, come on, man, that's sick." Like, almost pleading with the audience. he denigrates them. Like, you fucking idiots, how do you not get that sick? It's a flex that I don't know if anyone else has. There you go. Are you insomniac if you're not on an app? There you go.
Nah, and they didn't want you back because you're not the standard of the brand they want on Smack. It's an asterisk next to your name. You had to rep for the UK and flop the one job you had. I had to spin the block and zip a body bag just to keep us on the map. So how is he a gem when I'm the polished act with not a scratch? Your criminal record ain't the reason you don't get booked. It's because they don't want you on. Stop the shite talking. If you was qualified for it, you'd have got the job. You don't get no traction. Not a good ROI. Do you know how much money they'd have probably lost? Call Gemin1 like the Google AI, but not the type to generate a prompt response.
Technical bars, we got them.
What are we doing here?
What we on?
See, now, this is where maybe Shotty suffers a little bit in the crowd, in the room, because here's the thing. That's a good bar. He's trying to be clever, original, timely, topical, all the rest of it. But a lot of the old school battle rap fans were not the most sophisticated, so they're not there for the sharpest shit. So it doesn't quite. I mean, the people clapping there are the sort of the more, I don't know, maybe the more technically aware fans. That's a good bar, but it didn't land with the same efficiency as some of the more simple stuff. Shotty can be tremendously technical sometimes, and I wonder if he feels hamstrung by that same reputation. I mean, fucking hell, to this crowd he walks on water. But I wonder sometimes if that holds him back as much as it pushes him forward. I'm curious. It'd just be something I'd be curious about. Anyways, doesn't generate a prompt response.
Sued this Bizzo because he battled Bobby and Cole J, and they're two of his own friends. But in the very same battle, you said you might need to kill Tony D next, and that's something I just don't get. Because without Tony, we wouldn't know you, even though you disowned him, and act like you don't owe him. Now you stand on your own legs.
See what I mean? Do you see what I mean?
Without Tony, we wouldn't know you, even though you disowned him, and act like you don't stand on your own legs. He gave you a voice, so I think it's insensitive of you to come up here talking tone deaf. You want to talk about disrespecting your own men? Let's go then. How about you selling your best mate standing in raw grams of the raw for your own bread? You grip a key, let them sniff a key, take it for a road test. Instead of helping them kick addictions and habits, you keep ticking them grams because you know you'll have no dough left if they're not cokeheads. You use people. That's your formula. In rap, you need successful people to pass the torch or back the corner. First it was Ian Daniels and Tony D. You left the second you leached every last supporter. Didn't you do a tribute to your boy Bagnall in one of your rounds? Then go and break bread with a man that made his family poorer.
Okay.
It's Yizzy next. It's Yizzy next. I hope he knows your track record. Now he's a little track recorder. Can't do nothing on your own. Needs someone to do the pass and shoot alley-oop like a basketballer. Reminds me of that shit you pulled with Quill. The glass dropping. I heard you planned it all from a random caller. And if that's true, his career's just like the glass in that performance because you need someone else to smash it for you. That's why.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
You mention me in every battle you've ever had because I built a legacy you'll never have, you jealous twat. I'm one of the best because of the sweat equity I invested back, and you're one of the best because you tell them that. The Gemin1 symbol is a number 2. You've been second best every second past. This shit works on a level you are yet to grasp. You got the game fucked like Steph McMahon. Oh.
Wrestling bars, we've got them. Got the game fucked like Steph McMahon.
You got the game fucked like Steph McMahon. Oh, wait, there we go again. Wrestling raps. I can't help with that. But Shotty versus Gem. Oh, there I go again. Wrestling raps. I can't help with that. But Shotty versus Gem may as well be Undertaker versus Mankind because they was ringing the cell for that. Everyone's ringing the cell. Ringing. They was ringing the cell for that. People from all over the world saying, don't do it, Shotty. We already see yourself as champ. I said, look, if I'm the champion of the hardcore fans, let's give the belt a crack. In the Bizzo battle. What? In the Bizzo battle, you said this is his league. And don't flop your league. That's all I need to see. At least now I know where you stand in this little divide between the scene. I can't bear the thought I don't...
Question. Is there I don't think there's that. I don't think that exists anymore. I really don't. Just gonna throw it out there. If they did a Don't Flop versus Prem event now, I don't know if I'd care, because I just don't think the rivalry exists. Don't Flop is nowhere on the UK battle rap scene anymore, and a lot of the guys that were on it are on Prem, and a lot of the guys that were on Prem have appeared on the most recent Don't Flop event that I went to at Checkpoint. I think that's something that exists in the minds of maybe some of the people in battle rap itself, but within the fan, and maybe maybe the fans a little bit, but I just don't think it really exists anymore. So the fact that there's this now, we're cutting this Prem Don't Flop divide thing again, I don't really buy it.
Flop rapper went back with the belt, thinking they beat the league. Thought he was older guard of honor on Ireland and celebrated with rowing like the Norwegian team.
Tony loved that one. He's brushing him off for it. Oh, Tex got him. Tex first grab.
Thought he was older guard of honor on Ireland and celebrated with rowing like the Norwegian team.
Sick.
This all made that belt prestigious, G. For 3 years he
Yes,
went
he
the
did.
extra steps to get the belt the respect it gets. The man makes the title. Woo! The title doesn't make the man. That's what this dickhead forgets. Out. That's what this dickhead forgets. When you won that belt, you should have gone to war, protect the rep.
Yep.
But it's been 2 years. Cunt still didn't defend it yet. How's Gem the best? Got the title belt covered in spiders, webs, and eggs. It's just sad. When I think about what that belt used to represent, I get depressed. I'm an advocate for suicide awareness and everyone getting your mental health assessed. But this is the first time in human history we saw a person choke a belt to death. That's
Yeah, it's fair to say Shotty's making a bit of a comeback in the second round.
Crazy genius. I'm a fucking Mancunian, dickhead. We say Adidas. That's
I mean, it is Adidas. I just want to be clear on that, but that's funny.
That's my second round game.
I've just spotted Dazzy in the crowd as well. Let's go. And Ryan as well on the left. There we go. Okay, that's a much better round. I much preferred Shotty second to his first. That's a much better round. A couple of minor moments, but otherwise, Odegaard of Honor on our land, Norwegian rowing. That's sick. Yeah, just a much more improved second round. Much more direct.
Come on, dog.
Much more
He
creative.
said the glass smash was fake. That's what Groen said.
Yes.
If a glass smashes in this battle, there won't be no fucking punchline, but it will be going over your head. So you better mind how you're chatting and speaking. I'll grab a baton and beat him. This time it won't be the sound of a glass. It'll be the sound of your jaw that gets shattered to pieces. But Shotty,
Yes.
why have you started doing this weird growl with your voice? Kind of makes me cringe. You sound like Batman's been chaining spliffs. I really hate this shit. Did you think that would get you more fans?
Would Batman... I feel like Batman's penchant for crime fighting would give him a proclivity towards drugs. I just want to... Again, I am a stickler for... like. I mean, funny line. I'm just saying, though, that as much as Batman has a growly voice, pretty sure he wouldn't... Unless the Lazarus Pit counts as a drug. I don't know. Maybe I'm nerding out a little bit too much here. All I'm saying is Batman doing drugs? I'm not sure. Although I've seen him mount machine guns and gun people down, so maybe.
I mean, I pray it did. It's like Arsenal when they made the switch from Highbury to the Emirates Stadium, because you thought to get more fans in the building, you had to change the pitch, but...
They did. 60-something thousand now.
But you
Up from
said I wasn't
30.
a real Arsenal supporter. The bloody nerve of you. I remember my favourite...
The bloody nerve. The bloody nerve of you.
Time watching Arsenal when he 30'd you.
Ah, yes, very good. Very good, because like the battler, like the American battler. Yes. It's wordplay. It's very funny. It's very good. It's very clever.
You, but
yes.
You're a Man City fan. But this is a Man City fan. So it's kind of ironic that we both get to the final. He wanted to make this for the belt, and I ain't never been spiteful, but I'm a different type of gunner that'll leave you dead on arrival and make this the second time this year you go back to Manchester without the Premier title. But
Tell him. Tell him.
you told Daylight I'd be a phony prick if I rap about the chroma grip. So you're a phony prick. You said I'll never go on URL. I guess you're over it. See, who remembers the old Shotty? Mum jokes, multis. That was the best version. This new Shotty, he's got bricks. Raps about his leg bursting. When you talk about the tech squirting, my eyes start rolling back. Like The Exorcist, because I remember the classic horror that got people's heads turning. Am I lying?
Talking about that last round.
You copied Loaded Locks.
That's an interesting, because this is an interesting angle, because what he's saying is, like, the fans aren't wrong for wanting that from Shotty. Like, that's interesting, because I would disagree. I would say, listen, that Shotty Horroh was from 15 fucking years ago. The man's allowed to evolve as an artist. But him turning to the fans and saying, no, you're right. You should want him to do mum jokes. You should want him to do irrelevant multis for 10 minutes at a time. And he's not giving that to you. Boo. That's an interesting angle. That's quite clever from Gemin1.
Daylight, but he's over it now. Now he sounds like Twerk. Whenever he opens his mouth, while Briggsy's struggling to keep your league alive, I've been noticing how you've been copying the URL when you're supposed to hold your click down. But you think you're the scene's finest. To me, you're just declining. Check my first battle. I never had to change my style. If anything, I just refined it. Depending on who's in the building, he'll change the way he's rhyming. But I don't have to read the room. I just walk in, then rewrite it. So walk one.
That's quite a sick. Do you know what? That's a sick line. I don't read the room. I just walk in and rewrite it. Whew, jeez. Okay.
So Wagwan, fam. They gave you the lieutenant and captain. I ain't never been slacking. You said you never had a gun in your life. Did you just forget that it happened? I know niggas in his city. None of them ever said you were trapping. Mason Greenwood, he can't even get the niggas in Manchester to back him. Your stall, rage bait. He'll say anything just to get a reaction. My stalls, kidnap. I hold the crowd hostage whenever I'm rapping. Because every letter is specially picked out like I'm sending a ransom. I don't... My style, kidnap. I hold the crowd hostage whenever I'm rapping, because every letter is specially picked out like I'm sending a ransom. I don't glorify, I don't fabricate, I just tell them what happened, because I was really flying keys till I caught a charge like Benjamin Franklin.
Historical bars, we have of them.
I was really flying keys till I don't glorify, I don't fabricate. I just tell them what happened, because I was really flying keys till I caught a charge like Benjamin Franklin. White girl, all over the crib, Hugh Hefner's mansion, cutting bricks down the middle. I was really flying keys till I caught a charge like Benjamin Franklin. White girl.
By the way, that's, again, to bring it back to the tournament and everything we're saying, just, again, Shotty is not wasting a single moment of airtime. He is aware the camera's on him, and he is utilising every opportunity he can to convey the story he wants to convey to the audience at home and to the people in the crowd. Defiance, ambivalence, everything. Just utilising every tool at his disposal. Man, take notes, please.
White girl all over the crib like Hugh Hefner's mansion, cutting bricks down the middle. Enter the dragon. I was really flying keys till I caught a charge like Benjamin Franklin. White girl all over the crib like Hugh Hefner's mansion, cutting bricks down the middle like Enter the Dragon, taking shots on foot like Megan Thee Stallion. You told Eunice you'd have him in a trap working. But you wasn't juggling in a yay, but you put it all in your bars. You was fucking Butters battle rap groupies that was snorting off cards. I was having one night stands too, but it was a different type of white girl that I brought to my yard. I had beer goggles in a trap. because I was picking up a 9 at midnight and waking up with a 4.5.
Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me.
You was never walking that path. Don't give a shit if this offends you. In battle rap, you've sold the most tickets online. I've sold the most tickets in the venue. I don't respect you. I don't respect you because you waited to 40 to try and act like you've hustled when the only robbery you ever committed was in your battle with Shuffle.
So, I've seen this referenced in the comment section of this video, and I will be honest, I just happened to scroll. It's an old habit from when I was reviewing the tournament, and it was stunning to me how many people were giving this battle the score they were giving it. And so I reached out to a few people to say, can someone explain this to me? This, and I don't know if I'm responsible for some of this narrative. I never think I am. I think I'm sitting here by myself just talking and no one listens to me. But I was making a pretty big case that Shuffle won that battle and that not enough people were acknowledging that it was kind of weird to me how like Shotty picked up the win in hindsight. But in hindsight, I can see the argument, sort of. I just felt like I preferred Shuffle's style, and I thought he had 2 rounds that were better executed and just with bigger reactions. But what seems to have stemmed as a result is this notion that things get rigged. And I know that the tournament helped that assessment to a degree because of the storyline of it, you know, the whole Riggsy thing. What I want to take a moment to say at this point is, yeah, can we pack that in? And I gotta do my part to not permeate that, because I just don't think it's that I think it's pretty clear who wins a battle in hindsight. And in terms of robbery, like, it wasn't a robbery. It was, you know what I mean? I just felt Shuffle won. And I was very animated when I was saying it. But now people, like, and Crash is saying, yeah, a lot of people, yeah, me too. But I think the difference now is it's becoming a thing that Shotty and Prem rig shit, and I just don't believe that. I've not seen enough evidence to that effect. I've seen some bad judging or inconsistent judging, but I would take issue with that on individual judges. I wouldn't lay that at the feet of Prem themselves. So yeah, man, like, I guess what I want to say is, if I helped permeate this notion, I want to walk that shit back. Gast in the chat, I wish we rigged shit. I wanted the $3,000. Yeah, don't we all, brother? Don't we all? But yeah, my point being is that I like to sit here and I like to think that I shout in an echo chamber and it never permeates out of the echo chamber. But I am one of the biggest proponents that Shotty lost that battle, and I was very animated in saying that I think Shuffle could have won all 3 rounds, but I can certainly see an argument for 2-1. But in hindsight, I can also see where people say, no, that Shotty was this, that, or the other. And I guess what I want to say is, let's not make the whole it's rigged thing a thing more than it needs to be, if that makes sense. I've just noticed my microphone is peaking like a bitch. Let me just turn this down quickly. That should be a little easier on your precious little ears. So yeah, Gem's about to go on this. It's his right to. He's a battler. He's trying to win a battle. I'm just saying that I don't want this to start becoming a thing that everyone yells at every battle they don't like the result of. When it's someone who's considered the underdog goes up against someone of stature, the reason they're someone of stature is because they're that good. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Let's move on.
I'm puzzled. Because weren't you supposed to fight Tay-Rock? Or was that my imagination? JC robbed you, and you said you was going to smash his face in. You saw them both in real life. Big smiles. Massive praises. That shit really gets me wild, because not even the Epstein files has that many retracted statements.
In fairness, that's battle rap pretty much in a nutshell. If I had a fight with everyone I had supposed beef with on the timeline, I'd have had 6 or 7 fights by now. When you get to an event, it's fine. Like, people might not just talk to each other and then they get about with their business. It's just how it goes. And Crash saying, no, Rigged lives matter. Crash is one for the controversial opinion. Crash is one to say, hey, no, but what about that rigged battle? So yeah, that's just, it's just funny to me. Again, I've got to get Crash back on, man. As funny as I think I am, that's how funny he actually is. I can overanalyze shit all day long, but he's the one that's actually funny. Anywho, sorry, Gemin1 was talking about making threats and then not delivering on them.
JC robbed you. You jumped in an interview with him and started peacemaking. It should have been one bang, knee shaking, curb stomp, teeth breaking, jaw wired, spleen. Basically, they would have had to arrest me. Because the only way I'm doing an interview is in a police station. Stop being a dick sucker to them, man. They call you a racist when they battle you. But that's something I doubt, though. Shotty would never wear blackface. He's too busy being a brown nose. But what should I expect? What should I expect?
He's in Shotty of being a brown nose.
From the guy who let Arsenal throw his hat on the floor and didn't do nothing. But you're the same guy that wants to fight little unanimous anytime you want to prove something. That's pussy behavior, and the reason you're getting blown in half. This is my throne. The only person who can have that seat is Rosa Parks. The only person who can have that seat.
Also, I've just seen Crash's, sorry, you said 6-7 fights. That's spoken like a teacher. It's a reference, dude. Again, 6-7 is. I'm too old for that shit, man. I'm past all that stuff. This is as close to contemporary cool stuff as I can be, and I'm aware this is for a slightly older generation, man. I'm perfectly comfortable with it. Anyways, the only person he'd give up his seat for is Rosa Parks. Okay, interesting. Oh, good. I'm gonna go install curtains and blinds. Apparently, stupid. Let's go.
And that's why you're getting blown in half. This is my throne. The only person who can have that seat is Rosa Parks. There ain't allowed to be two.
Well, that would mean, by the way, that Rosa Parks, not only being civil rights activist, historical figure, would be a battle rap champion. Can you imagine Rosa Parks as a battler? That that would be an interesting concept. Dad and a teacher, I'm committed. You goddamn right you are, Crash. I'm old, man. I'm embracing it. Grey hairs and all. I ain't learning no new lingo.
Goats. We ain't shipping that. This ain't Noah's Ark, Napoleon complex. That's pussy behavior, and the reason you getting blown in half. No, that is my throne. No, the only person who can have this seat is Rosa Parks. There ain't allowed to be two goats. We ain't shipping that. This ain't Noah's Napoleon complex with a big blade. Rip every bone apart. Napoleon complex with a big blade. Rip every bone apart. Sound like an African tribe using a blowing dart. Surgery, open heart. This shit will rip straight through spines. When I stick in the shank, the disc in your back will go from DVD to GameCube size. I will batter this.
Okay. Also, Crash saying that Rosa Parks would be 113 years old. Crash, that's not, like, the idea that, wait a minute, the most prohibitive factor in this situation is she would have been 113. No, the most prohibitive factor is I can't see Rosa Parks competing in battle. Like, of all the 1,001 things she could be doing for civil rights activism, for equal rights and everything in between, she's like, no, I'm going to take 7 or 8 weeks to prepare for a battle up against Gemin1. It's just kind of mad, that's all. However, Crash with the fact check there. See now, Crash, I don't have Google open. I'll Google that later just to make sure you're correct. But I'll take your word for it. Anyways, spinal discs from a DVD down to a GameCube.
When I stick in the shank, the disc in his back will go from DVD to GameCube size. I will batter this pipsqueak. When it comes to murder, I wrote the book. Agatha Christie. You ain't fucking with me. Okay.
Dub, the blind clapping when he did the Rosa Parks bar made me laugh on the day. The crowd did not know what he was doing with that and clapped anyway. But this is what I'm saying, Dub. Like, it's a big crowd, but I don't know how many of these guys have watched a battle rap at, like, recent. Again, man, this is a different crowd. And that's why I think even Shotty is getting a little, was getting frustrated in the early parts of his second, when there was stuff he was saying that was great, but it's not getting a reaction because it's not a "your mum so fat" joke. You know what I mean? Or it's not like just ripping a multi for 10 minutes. Like, it's a different vibe. And again, both of them have got to contend with that, because it's not just enough to win the people at home on the cameras and in hindsight. You got to win the judges, and more importantly, you got to win the crowd, because judges have said constantly, we feed off of the reactions of the crowd as well, man.
All batter this pipsqueak. When it comes to murder, I wrote the book, Agatha Christie. But you ain't fucking with a kid. This ain't the Vatican City. You have a better chance. I will batter this pipsqueak. When it comes to murder, I wrote the book, Agatha Christie. But you ain't fucking with a kid. This ain't the Vatican City. You have a better chance of a pedophile priest being prosecuted by the Catholic Committee. I will step to him. Then my next move is bang. First punch, have his chest bruising, bang. Second punch, have his head bruising. They're like, why haven't you broken his nose yet? I said, it's cool. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
I literally threw that. Oh my god, I literally had that.
And I don't have a slogan. I couldn't come up
Press
with
Shotty with that.
Suck your mum.
I think Shotty catches people off guard with his compliments sometimes. I gave that second round to Shotty. Shotty's second round was a vast improvement on his first in my book. Gems was still good, just not as strong as his first, I would argue. Again, a couple of, and he repeated a lot. But yeah, no, Shotty, definite winner of that one for me. So yeah, I have this one going again, stunningly. You know, my ass getting splinters on the fence over here to coin a phrase from Tony D today. I have it 1-1 going in. So let's, I mean, thoughts in the comment section. There's 6 or 7 of you. There you go, Crash. There's your second fucking 6 and 7. Now we just need to get a couple of pauses in before the end of the show, and you'll be elated. Bless you. What are we thinking? Do we give the first round to Shotty or to Gemin1? Do we give the second round to Shotty or to Gemin1? I have it 1-1 each going into this round. I feel like Shotty's first round was fine, but not amazing apart from one bit. And I feel like Gemin1's first round was more consistently good and had some pretty fucking good moments in it. Second round, Shotty just completely hit his stride. Crash, I'm not even lying. I was just thinking you haven't had to pause. I haven't had to pause you the entire stream. Yeah, that's because you're not here misinterpreting everything I'm saying. I'm, you know, just see now. I'm scared to say anything because I just feel like anything I say is going to be pause worthy. But yeah, what do we think? What do we think? Does Shotty go into this 2-0? Is Gemin1 go into this last round 2-0? Is it one each? If so, who gets what round? I'm curious. I'm going to take a sip of my water. This is big. This is serious business. I need to know. Yeah, there's fear, Crash. There's serious fear. I don't want to get paused in this round. Let's have a look. How to Shrooms. He's locked in. Good lads. I won't read his comment verbatim, but I don't think again because it was like battle rap, man. Like whoever wins and loses doesn't really matter ultimately in exhibitions because it's all about whether or not the battle was good. And he's referenced the shuffle battle. I just think the shuffle battle was great. Shotty Horroh versus Shuffle T. It's a great battle, fun, two completely different styles. Both executed great. It's fantastic stuff, man. But yeah, what are we saying? There's a few of you watching. What are we saying? Who's going into this final round ahead in your minds? I haven't seen it, so I don't know what we've got. I know the result now, obviously, but that's kind of irrelevant to me. I'm judging it as I go. What do we think? Are we thinking, is it 1-1? Is it 2-0? If so, to who? Which rounds are you giving? Come on, give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. We've only got one more round. And then we'll... I did skim through the timeline of the video, so while I don't know who's judging, or what the judges said, I do know who's judging. So, Gast, 1-1. Shotty gets the first, Gem gets the second. So Gast has flipped mine. Interesting. Oh, no, he's changed it. No, he's forgotten his own scoring. So he's got Shotty 2-0. He's got Shotty's first round is clear, and the second narrowly. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. No, well, not that. So I'm saying now, like, now you're wrong. Yeah, I'm going to tell Gas Buffy's wrong. I had Gemin1 the first round just because I felt like he had more consistent reactions to stuff that I felt was actually reactions rather than just, Shotty said something. Shotty's last bit was great, but I felt like Gems was just sharper throughout the course of the round. But that second round, I feel like Shotty really hit his stride. I think that one was... I mean, it's a good round from Gem. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying I didn't see it was close. Consensus from the crowd on the day was Shotty first and Gem clear second. That isn't what I had. Interesting. Okay. So look, man, this is what I'm saying. Like, it is a bit horses for courses based on what I'm seeing here. Like, people saying, because I'll just be honest, right? The comment section of the video says it's a clear 3-0 Gem or Gentleman's 3-0. It's like, I don't know what you talk. Having just seen the first two rounds, I don't know what you talk, because I can see arguments. Because, and again, I've got my judging flipped based on what other people are saying. So anyone giving it a clear 3-0 to either guy, I don't know what battle you're watching. Crash, I have Shotty 2 up. Honestly, something about Gem isn't as clean. No, yeah, Crash, you're right. I would concede that Gem stuff is not as clean as Shotty's. You're right. Shotty's more consistent punching, clean performance. Gem's had a final stumbles. The third round is easy to score. It's the first two that are tricky to... Oh, interesting. So Dub is basically saying this next round is what's gonna make it. Okay, fair enough. No, you're right, Crash. Yeah, it's not massive stumbles. No, you're right. You're right. It's more... It's just those tiny little moments, like, and you can tell that Gem is probably under a little bit more pressure. Like, there was a moment where he was like, you know, I'll hit you to your chest, and he meant to do that, but he's probably quite zoned in. Whereas Shotty just seems more relaxed, generally speaking. Anyway, Gassed with when I thought I was judging Pagan Dub. Which turned out I wasn't. I was one of the only people to give Dub the first, and I thought that was clear. Crash. Shotty seems more practiced and rehearsed. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say more practiced and rehearsed. I would just say Shotty he's evolved to a point where he feels like he doesn't just belong on the stage. It's his stage. It's like, well, look, this is my fucking office, man. Whereas Gemin1, I can tell, is trying to give a certain type of performance. And it reminds me of what Bobby said. Bobby's advice when he was telling people how to prepare for a battle rap in particular is don't prepare with a certain expectation in mind. Prepare your words, but then give your words some organic flow once you're on the stage and feel out how it's got to go. Do you know what I mean? And I think Gem is not quite in that same sphere as Shotty is so far. So in terms of delivery, I think Crash is right. Shotty is edging it both rounds in terms of how clean his execution is. I'm still measuring up, though, the reactions and what I feel is the creativity of the bars. And that's why I had Gem first, because I feel like Gem's stuff was more creative, versus Shotty second, which I felt was more creative than Gem's. Gast, I think everyone has stuff they value in their judging, whether it's punch count, angles, long multi-strings, but also stuff like weak setups or dead punches that take away. Yes, no, he's right. There is as much, and I think that's why I don't value Shotty's first as much as maybe some of the people are, because there's a lot in there that I just think that there's stuff there that he's sort of rattling off to get to the next thing rather than it's integral to it. He's sort of exhibiting his ability rather than actually battling the guy, if that makes sense. He did that a lot in the Shuffle battle too. And I feel like that's, again, where maybe Shuffle got the edge in that battle. Whereas in this one, Gemin1, I wouldn't argue, is getting that same benefit because Shotty is punching more. He is being more direct. Dub. I got all the... So now Dub's going, I got all the rounds clear. Okay, that's the third clear winner for me. So it really came down to the first. Okay, fair enough. The first round in the room was horrible. Yeah, but that's, again, and that's why I'm eliminating a lot of the reactions from Shotty's first round. I feel like a lot of the initial reactions were from fans who hadn't been in the room for a very long time, who hadn't seen Shotty in a longer time, reacting to fucking hell, that Shotty Horroh. Oh my God, I can't believe he's back. And that's why in the second round you've seen that curtail, because that initial hit is worn off and now we're in the battle. But then that's also why I feel like Shotty's second round is more valid for more points, because there was stuff in that the crowd didn't react to that really should have. So yeah, it's an interesting balance, I think, between the two, and it's interesting also seeing the judging sort of take root in this. So okay, so I guess what I'm saying from all of that, and I appreciate everyone. So Dub, Gast, Crash. The consensus is that there is no consensus, is what we're saying. Excellent stuff. That's perfect going into a final round, because who the fuck knows what's going to happen? Round 3. Let's go. Shotty's third round.
Let's be honest.
Also, Dub, my judging clip is way too long. Like, I'm 10% of this battle. If I'm not mistaken, Quill took 5 minutes out of an hour-long episode to judge a 6-minute battle, dude. You're fine. Like, it was very funny what Quill did, but he judged a battle for 5 minutes. Cammy, I think, did something similar at one point, but at 1 minute a round, so 6 minutes maximum, he was writing on a chalkboard or a whiteboard for 5.5 minutes. You're fine. Trust me.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
For battle rappers, URL's bucket list stuff. It's something you have to get checked off.
Uh-huh.
And you did that before me. Fair play. You really gave that your best shot. Do you think Smack and Beasley was in press slots? Guess not. Because you was booked on the first Summer Madness in London and had to buy a ticket to get into the next one.
Okay.
That's an actual fucking fact. And that just shouldn't happen. That happening to me is something I just couldn't fathom. I'd be just embarrassed. I'd call the staff, get onto the board flipping like I'm Bucky Lassick. I just wouldn't have it. And you went to Summer Madness, told the girl your name's Gemin1 on the guest list. She said she was looking at it, but just doesn't have it. You said, he might not have spelt it with the one.
Right, stop. That's great. This is what I'm saying. Like, he's so clever, and when he stops to be just clever rather than showing he's clever, like, again, that's why that first round, the rattling of stuff, yeah, it's so petty, but it's clever petty. It's almost playful banter. It's not battle rap. It's like mates giving each other shit. And no one's funnier than your mate ripping the piss out of you. There's no one that's sharper that can give you it as more harshly as a mate can. And that's what that was. It's, oh, you didn't spell it with the one. That's very fucking funny.
You might not have spelled it with the one. You know the kind of clumsy man old Uncle Smack is. Just put that in. Still not there. Look for Navid.
That's the other thing, by the way. I just want to throw it out there because, again, waxing lyrical about Shotty Horroh. You know, everyone's done it. Everyone will do it. His theatricality, that moments like this where he's effectively playing out a scene, is also where he's... That's why, again, for me, the Shotty Shuffle battle was a secret. Even though, like, they're different styles, they mesh well in that moment because they both have the ability to be able to separate themselves from the moment they're in a battle, i.e. that competitive face-to-face element. He's just doing a bit now, but the crowd love it. Yeah, that's great. Also, just crowd check, we got Yaneth, Bizzo, Sean. Oh, there's Dub. There he is in the background. Rivers, Body Bagnall. There you go. Okay. lot of people on that stage. Lot of people on that stage. I made it on stage into the tournament, though. So that's a checklist of mine. Be on the stage of a battle rap. That's something I got to do this year. Isn't that lovely? Anyways, let's and action. Because he's acting, you see.
You might not spell it with the one. You know the kind of clumsy man old Uncle Smack is. Just put that in. Still not there. Look for Navid. Put guest of London Gin and Shrubs in brackets. Nothing matching. Fucking bastards.
Simple but effective.
Biggest company in the world comes to his city and starts booking classics and doesn't ask him. This must be some kind of misunderstanding or some stuff with admin. What the fuck is happening? But the fact is, you had to spend £100 English plus the taxes just to come and act like a fucking catfish.
£100 plus the taxes. Oh, to paraphrase Crash here, yeah, this is fucking petty as shit. And I love it. This is £100 plus the taxes. Just to really, like, it was expensive, wasn't it, bitch?
Stood there waiting for loaded looks to dap him, but he was looking past him. Stood on the stage looking like the meme with the couples dancing, having fun and laughing, and he stood in the corner like, they don't know I'm the double champion. Do you know how much weight your name has? I had to get you a stage pass, you little waste man. Stood next to me, Bobby and Bizzle, trying to portray we go way back. Whole time you was hoping to see Geechie got you beating Shotty, and I caught body of the year in your face, and you hate that. Stood on stage hating like, when you gonna give me another plate, Smurf? Yeah, you was watching all them matches trying to make that add up like Rain Man. I introduced you to Lux and Mook. Said you're the UK champ, you should shake hands and take snaps. I shouldn't have to tell them you're a decorated champ, but they don't know you from a paint can. But to a narcissist like him, you can't explain that. It's always someone else's fault. It's always somewhere else to blame lands. He blames me because he didn't get a battle that weekend, because we'd already made plans. Well, let's state facts. And in order to do so, we're gonna have to rewind the tape back. Yeah. Beginning of 2025, after you fucked up the Frank White deal, I said me and you should put on the card. Share the cost 50-50, do the battle, then split the money in half. We'll hire Briggs and Chubbs to run the event because they deserve a payday for all the hard work that they put in for the love of the art. But if we're going to do it, Nav, we have to do it right now, our kid, because this is going to be hard. You agreed. You set up a Google Calendar. It was an encouraging start. We said we better do radio, podcast, face-off.
Yep.
Treat it like there's nothing as large. You suggested we do diss songs on each other just to drum up a spark, because you'd already dropped a couple of bars. Said you was going to drop a song by January. Still not dropped nothing by the time we come into March.
Which, speaking of which, say whatever you like. Again, I've been very critical of Shotty in my my short period as a UK battle rap commentator, analyst, pundit, whatever. His Gemin1 disses were fucking great. They were a lot of fun. They were very well produced, and some of them are really fucking sick bits of writing. I feel like Gemin1 did do a reply or one, but Shotty definitely did multiple ones. But yeah, I mean, in terms of, I obviously wasn't around a lot leading up to this battle. I presume they did some stuff on the channel, or I presume Cammy did stuff. Maybe the Smokehouse did stuff. I'd have to go back and find any promo material, like exterior promo material to just the trailer they dropped, which was the Being the Elite or Being Elite trailer or whatever it was called. I don't remember seeing links to any podcasts or interviews or anything, though. Again, that's not really their I don't see Shotty doing a lot of interviews, period. And if he does, he'll probably be more inclined to go on an American channel at this point because they've just got much bigger audiences than any of the UK guys like me, Cammy, and Smokehouse. You know, we don't command massive audiences, so it's one of those things where I get it. You know, if you're going to promote the battle, you want to go on the biggest channels. Gemin1 doesn't do interviews almost ever. I got the chance to interview him right after he won the Don't Flop title. But that was kind of a circumstantial thing. Like, I think I just caught him on a good day. I haven't really heard from him. I've tried to have him back since. But again, like, I don't remember seeing a lot of promo for this. Maybe because they felt like they didn't need it. But it's a shame, really, because I feel like that helps feed into the battle a little bit more. But if we're going to argue semantics, Shotty's not wrong, because when they were doing the promo stuff, i.e., you know, tit for tat diss stuff, Shotty produced more, and they were a lot of fun. I really enjoyed seeing them. I think the beats were produced by Blizzard as well, which I really enjoyed. So, and the music videos were fun too. So, anyways, right. So, producer music video by January, still nothing released by March. And as Crash has alluded to, we set up a Google Calendar, man. I thought we had this basically settled.
I kept asking you for it. You was working on the tape with Yizzy, because you was looking at chart. We was waiting for you and you was making excuses. All you had was the ums and the ahs. We kept waiting for you and you kept making excuses. All you had was the ums and the ahs. Same as the rest of your battle rap career. When it come time to putting in the work, you couldn't be asked. Expecting me to make you some money. Are you called Gem because you think your fortune's gonna come from the stars? Sorry. Are you called Gemini because you think your fortune is gonna come from the stars? Do you know how lucky we are? Do you know how lucky we are? For them to be excited to see this is fucking insane. The privilege goes way beyond the money and fame. I just couldn't explain. Without them, we are nothing. So my brother, you not go to work for them, you must be ashamed. Because I put in that work when I was getting ready to go to America and jump on the plane because I was booked in the States. But playing with me, clumsy mistake that you shouldn't have made. I put a song on you when I was getting ready for K-Shine and in a video, and it was all done in the space of a couple of days. Just a light shot trying to make you come to the plate and cut to the chase. Your response took a month and some change, and all we could do was nothing but wait. And when you did drop, I dropped too instantly because I studied the greats. You struggled pulling the weight and running my pace. I was just getting my blood pumping. You was pumping the brakes.
Jesus Christ. Right. Hang on. Right. Dub, where do you want me to go back to, brother? Because go back to that bar. There's quite a lot of them in this hour-long video. What timestamp? You tell me. In fact, I'll pad for time. Oh, he meant to say, are you called Gemini? Oh, yeah, where he said Gem. I thought he was going to go along with, like, Diamond or, Gem, rather than Gemini. Yeah. If that's what you're alluding to, Dub, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, no, but I think they get it. He was shortening it. You know, he walked it back and said it properly, so it makes sense. But anyways, yeah, man, this is yeah, it's pretty ridiculous stuff. Let me rewind it a second.
Go to America and jump on the plane because I was booked in the States. But playing with me, clumsy mistake that you shouldn't have made. I put a song on you when I was getting ready for K-Shine and in a video, and it was all done in the space of a couple of days. Just a light shot trying to make you come to the plate and cut to the chase.
Right.
The response took a month and some change, and all we could do was nothing but wait. And when you did drop, I dropped too instantly because I studied the greats. You struggled pulling the weight and running my pace. I was just getting my blood pumping. You was pumping the brakes.
That is quintessential Shotty Horroh in 2026. When he builds up pace, every single iota of energy and effort he's putting in is every single word leads to the next thing perfectly, beautifully, with pace, skill, and tenacity. In that form, he is the best. There's no peer of his when he gets into that mode. If this is what you're alluding to, Dub, as far as how this last round is judged, fair enough. Yeah. getting my blood pumping, you was pumping the brakes. Yeah. Fucking insanity. Black T, where are you? That was crazy.
You knew you had nothing. Pumping the brakes. You knew you had nothing to say, so you start becoming estranged, and we all thought we was done with the date. I go to America. Body a legend. You're busy with Yizzy doing stuff for your tapes. That flops horrendously. You realised all the stuff you just done was a waste because you was trying to be someone you ain't. Or didn't defend his title for 2 years. All Bizzo's hard work was undone in the days you was running away. Meanwhile, I want more bouts. That sudden rush of blood to the brain got me thinking of who to run through next, like a jugular vein. Run through next like a jugular vein. You should have been brave and got up in my face, but you need to be put in your place with a pussy. Got no courage. We are nothing the same. Beasley contacts me days after the Shine Battle. Offers me Geechee on the biggest look in the game, but the answer must be that day. What the fuck can I say?
No, I'm still waiting on Gemin1 to see if he's going to run me the fade.
After all the lack of effort this cunt has displayed. Now, I'm no fitness coach.
But those
it wasn't
tits are
working
gross.
out. I couldn't stomach the weight. I had to get back to writing pressure, like an appetite suppressor. Because that's the kind of hunger it takes. Yes. Money for me. No. Money for me. Money for me. That's the kind of hunger it takes. Money for me. If I said yes at 7:55, the flyer was designed and published at 8. You got mad and said I should have spoke to you first. My brother, are you fucking deranged? This is a whole 4 weeks before SM15 and by the pound, by the way. T-Top's still trying to book him and put him up on the stage, but he says no. He's stubborn. He's stuck in his ways. He's still trying to push that shit EP that he done with his mate. And he didn't give a fucking single shit or thought about that scene, this scene, until it come to that day. He was looking round, saw all his peers being loved and embraced, and he got jealous because he realised he'd made such a mistake. Blames me, because I never stuck to the plate. Look, I don't want to talk about all the legal stuff that you face, but I just want to say, you always need someone to blame, just like your case. That's actually none of my business. That's my third round in. Safe start, bless. No more rounds and plenty more space in that graveyard left. Thank you.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, easily Shotty's. Yeah. Fucking hell, lads. Yeah, worth the wait for that round. Fucking hell. What the fuck am I supposed to say to that round, lads? That's the kind of Shotty Horroh you hope doesn't turn up as an opponent, and the kind you hope turns up as a fan. Fucking hell. Right, third round on Gem. Let's go.
You're right. It took me a long time to reply to you. I was busy recording.
Dub, I know. That's why I haven't said, oh, give that round to Shotty. I'm saying, though, and Dub, if you want to argue with me, and I know you do, that's his strongest... That's Shotty's strongest round. Like, that round was fucking insanity. Anyways, to Dub's point, Gemin1's third.
Plus, I wanted us to battle to get my get back. And I would have left man crawling. I don't care if it took 28 days or 28 years later. I knew you would be a dead man walking. But on Instagram, Shotty uploaded a video saying he makes 30 grand per battle and he's willing to teach upcoming rappers how to do the same. That's really a big look. And do you know what else is a true fact? Briggsy is 6 foot.
Facts! I've stood next to Briggsy. He is a leviathan of height and just a cascade of towering, hulkish manliness. Look at how tall he is. 6 foot, man. He's easily 6'9". he's popping out to such taller.
Why are you even lying, my dog? You make way more than all of us, but that ain't a quarter of the price that you charge. That's why he shouldn't get your vote. He ain't the guy for the task, because he keeps lying about the money like he's Nigel Farage. You know how...
Reform, Nigel Farage.
Do you know how sad that makes you? I can't even be sly about it. Imagine getting paid the most in the UK and still feeling like you have to lie about it. And if you can teach anyone, why didn't you show your friends how to pocket more? How come they never got support? How come they never got support? You told Shuffle you pay his wages, but that was just a lot of talk. You want to teach random rappers how to make money, but nobody in the squad of yours, Raptor, Rex, Bizzo, Koj, you're telling me you got the best team in England ever and you still can't pay Bobby Moore? We got to talk.
Bobby Moore, very good.
We got to talk. Because you do nothing for Prem. And you're supposed to be the face of this shit. Why can't you be like Moggs and take the main position? Nah, fuck you, Briggsy. You need to be awake and listen. He's joined a new league and you ignore all the blatant disses. Imagine you did the same as him and went to another league to gain some riches. He'd go straight ballistic, online raging with it. The streets of Twitter would not be safe to visit. The streets of Twitter would not be safe to visit.
Is that a reference to the Luigi walking down the street meme? I'm not sure.
Every battler in this building knows this ain't a gimmick. When was the last time he hosted? When was the last time he made a difference? When was the last time he phoned one of you to negotiate the business? You need to face the music. BNBN. No, you need to face a biscuit. I want you to remember this date forever. When this day is finished, I want this bald bitch to hate August for the rest of his life, like Jada Pinkett. Now, I want this bull bitch to hate August for the rest of his life, like Jada. Now you take the fool, because you've been trying to play us all. Your new league's called Urban Roosters.
Yes.
Now he's in London getting his wake up call. You are a fool. You are a fool. You really switched teams just to get those pounds while your home league's struggling to get events sold out. Without you behind the wheel, how long will Prem hold out? But it's like a flip.
Sorry, I'm just going to point out once again, and this isn't exclusive to Gem, this is to every battler. Stop denigrating the goddamn league you're performing on. Like, oh yeah, struggling to sell out events for Premier Battles. Also, thanks everyone for purchasing a ticket and being here to... Stop making people feel like shit for turning up. Don't do that. It's not the flex you think it is. Stop.
Stones whip. If you want to keep the movement going, you need to stay 10 toes down. You are You are a clown. What happened to your wrestling company? That's another business that you set aside. You ain't done events in 2 years, and that's available to check online. See, I don't judge people off the company they keep, but I can judge you off the ones that you left behind. That's why you're getting your bell rung. I know a pussy when I smell one. That's why.
In defense of Shotty, I think wasn't that to do more with the ramifications of, like, as badly as COVID hit Prem, COVID hit independent wrestling companies like a motherfucker. And it just wasn't viable to run with the venue that they booked long term, I seem to remember. Like, you put the promotion up for sale because it's essentially like, look, we've got all the kit, equipment, all the rest of it, but we can't afford to keep running because of just the agreement we've got and the dates we had. So, I don't believe... Again, I don't know enough about the ins and outs. I just don't think it was Shotty went, okay, cool, I'm done. I think it was just, it wasn't viable anymore.
You're getting your bell rung. I know a pussy when I smell one. You tell everyone you're a business owner, and you are. Just a failed one. Ask any battle rapper here, what is your profession? And none of them are going to answer this. Because you send them to war for 300. That's why you deserve a Spartan kick, but that's because it's not your league. That's just something they say is true. You even overcharge Briggsy. The only way he can book you is if he can find a brand that can pay you. You're a fake you. You're a fake you. If he can find a brand that can pay you.
You can tell he was expecting something there. But once again... right. Journalism hat on. The crowd are not going to necessarily bite for that. That's a line aimed at the people on the stage and no one else. I'm not sure that's that. So the thing I've always said about battle rap, it's fine if it works. If it doesn't work, then why'd you say it? And I get it, when you in the room, it's different to when you're rehearsing. But was anyone in the crowd going to get that line? Unless you're in the know or you follow this shit religiously behind the scenes like some of us do. Not me especially, but I get tidbits. Yeah. I don't think anyone was going to... Yeah, like, that's not something people would necessarily know or care. Like, why does a crowd member give a fuck about where the money comes from to pay the battlers? So, it's that's the weird thing. It's a good line. It like, in terms of, like, where it should do damage... But it's not doing any because it's gone over everyone's heads.
You're a fake you, and you wonder why the battle rap scene doesn't prosper. Because you treat it like Alcoholics Anonymous. Before you can even think about a round, you have to speak to a sponsor. Well, I guess...
That's a good line.
Great bar. Almost. I know, I've seen it. Great bar, that.
He has to speak to his sponsor. Well, I guess I'm the drunken master. But not because it's drinks that I measure in portions, because I took a break during Corona, didn't whine, came back and had a stellar performance. Nah, it's because UK battlers, I've seen them all. Bar one. Because this punk's pathetic with one dimension. I have him regretting everything he wrote down, like a drunken message, or get a shot. No, it's because UK battlers, I've seen them all. Bar one, because this punk's pathetic with one dimension. I have him regretting everything he wrote down like a drunken mess. Or get a shot on me, but this one's expensive. A bullet turned him to a vegetable. That's a slug and lettuce. Let's keep it 100. You got signed in 2017. And you thought that a plaque was in your vision. Now you're trapped in this decision. Now you're trapped in this position. You had a 4-album deal. They retracted their commitment. Only 1 album dropped. They went back on their decision. Because like in battle rap, you couldn't make a return on the cash that you were given. You was painting your nails for that Oasis trash that you were bitten. They put you on the shelves, so you turned to battle rap for recognition. Couldn't save any of that progress. Now he's abandoning the mission, like Super Mario. All that star power didn't stop him from falling off, and he had to come right back to the beginning. You see, he'll claim that it's a flex. But he tweeted, never sign a major deal, it's a scam. You know the pain was in his chest. You should have cut it off earlier if it was uncomfortable having a label on your neck.
Yeah, no, we've all shopped at Primark, brother. We get it.
You should have cut it off earlier if it was uncomfortable having a label. You are at the age you have regrets. No kids, no wife, no mortgage. It's time to start a family tree. That's not your wife. It's time to start a family tree. No kids, no wife, no mortgage. It's time to start a family tree. You are 40 and can't drive. Why are you even chatting to me? You are 40 and can't drive. Why are you even chatting to me? That's why he's named Horror. Because everything he does is just an act for the screen. Nah, that's why he's named after a shotgun. Because he always has to sit in the passenger seat.
It's actually not true. It's not true. He's lying over it.
Just lying. It's battle rap. It doesn't matter.
Fair play.
That's why he has to sit in the passenger seat. But if he wants to know why I'm the champ, I'll show him. You took this for the cash involved to get stacks of bulging. I took this for the fans at home and the battle rappers who carried the scene while this man was ghosted. The ones who stepped on a stage with mental health, pretending that they're coping. The ones who are dying on the inside and we don't see that the cracks are showing. The ones who wondering what they're on the stage for when it feels like they have a cancer growing. Trying to play the hero.
Yeah, I saw what Shotty was doing there.
Wondering what they're on the stage for. Wondering what they're on the stage for when it feels like there's a cancer growing. Trying to play the hero when nobody knows they're dying on the inside like Chadwick Boseman. But I don't have a slogan. I couldn't come up with one. And this has been 7 years in the making. At least now it's fucking done.
Okay. Do I set my ass on the fence for this one?
All your rounds is good. But that third.
They're having a debate on the stage. Man, what?
Premier battles, we are
Wanna be a
in
fly
London
on the wall for that,
for
man.
Shotty Horroh versus Gemin1. If you enjoyed that battle, make some noise.
It's so lovely seeing Bagnall and Kruger doing the filmography for this, man.
Listen,
That's
first
so
of all,
sick.
big up Cartrix UK. That was not possible without happening. We did have 5 judges for this as well. All right, give a round of applause. There we go.
Oh, cut for
Cartridge
Cartrix.
UK.
Listen, we had 5 judges for this battle, and it's very rare that a
Who,
battle...
by the way, I will throw it out there, I'm not sponsored by Card Tricks at all. In fact, I've barely referenced them throughout the entire coverage of the tournament. By all accounts, a really cool sponsor to work with for Prem, in the sense of they placed very little emphasis on anything that they wanted beyond the segments that they put. Prem had license to be able to cut them in wherever they could, but they didn't actually make any explicit demands beyond being referenced. So fair play to them for investing in Prem and allowing Prem to have essentially a season of television that they then gave us for free to be able to put this on. So yeah, not that they'll ever see this, but shout out to Card Tricks for essentially giving us a season of UK Battle Rap.
Of this magnitude actually lives up to the hype, and I think these two absolutely fucking out.
Yeah, it was a sick. That was a sick
said,
battle.
only one person can walk away as champion, and with 4 votes to 1.
4-1. Wow. Okay.
And the new Premier Battles champion.
And there you go. Shotty Horroh is the new Premier Battles, and technically speaking, undisputed UK Battle Rap champion, the lineal Don't Flop champion now. Something he never achieved in his original run at Don't Flop. I've seen that. So that was referenced in a comment as well. Like, oh, even Shotty said he won. Dude, the amount of times where battlers will dap each other up and say, I think you won. No, you won. Doesn't mean anything, man. It's just a courtesy they extend to each other, man. Let's see what the judges say. And from Dub T's comments, we've got a lot to hear from young
here,
Dub.
judging the UK title match, Shotty versus Gem.
Sean Cray is about as genuine an article as you're ever going to get in UK Battle Rap. The man is literally on a building site if he's not in a van or in Marbella on holiday. Like, he's a London lad through and through, isn't he? Yunan told me he thought I won after I battled him. Lied to my face, says Crash. Again, look, y'all all do it. It's fine. I'm just saying that for fans to sit there and go, oh, did you see Gem won because Shotty said he won? Doesn't mean anything. Anyways, Sean, what are we saying?
Unbelievable battle.
It was very, very
really
good battle. Yes,
worthy
indeed.
of the size of the event, size of the crowd. The crowd played their part. Brilliant. All round, like 6.
I would argue the crowd dipped in energy in the second round. I think they were really up for it in the first. I think the second round, the crowd, especially in Shotty stuff, slept a lot.
Unbelievable rounds. You know, either of these guys would be worthy champions. First round, Shotty's first was unbelievable. I actually think Gem actually took the first though. I gave him the first.
Okay, so yeah, me and Sean agree.
But as the battle went on, I did feel like some of Gem stuff which I was loving. I just felt like Shotty was making it hit in the room.
Yes.
Like, I thought Gem stuff, even on paper at times, was maybe better, but Shotty was sort of like getting the payoff time and time again. And yeah, I just think a very close battle. I think he edged out 2 and 3.
I agree.
And yeah, I gave him the win.
And on people, myself, Tech here, I'm just giving off my reasons of my decision on the Shotty and Gem battle. So I just thought the battle was crazy, both sides. They were both amazing. Like, do you know what I mean? I think that Gem was a bit too laid back in certain aspects of the battle. I think that he should have come across way more aggressive, and I think that he should have, like, we've seen an aggressive Gem, like when he battled Bizzo, and like we know he's capable of it. Do you know what I mean?
I disagree with that.
And I think that
Shotty
definitely went back into his old bag of like with the Maltese and everything. And I just think like he did everything that he needed to do in that battle. Do you know what I mean? And I think that Gem just was a bit on the cooler side. Like, and I think it didn't require that. I think for this type of battle, it just required him to just all hell to break loose. And I just think he didn't do that. Do you know what I mean?
It threatened to at points.
Angle-wise, though, I just think that for me as a battler, I look for, if you're going to do this angling thing, yeah, I just look for the type of angle where it's like, I'm now going to look at that battle like, rah, did that really happen? Or is that what occurred? And do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to start...
Dub is really lamenting taking time. Dude, we're 2 hours into a stream, man. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Questioning this battler's integrity.
You're all
and
good.
I think that Shotty, they're definitely painting a narrative for that to happen. They both had amazing angles. I just think...
Also, I tell you what. I don't know how clear it'll be, Dub. If you want to send me a voice note defending yourself, you can. Or if you want to just send a voice note explaining your judging decision, I'll just play that instead of the 9 minutes. If that saves your blushes, that's fine. Just DM me it and I'll play that instead for you. Okay? Up to you. The offer's open now. I'm just gonna unmute my phone in case you ping. Anyways, by the way, so Sean, I almost completely agree with. I think, in fact, I almost completely agree with Sean, almost beat for beat. Tex giving it like Gem wasn't aggressive. There was a moment, like, you know, he was. It's just that Shotty doesn't really rise to the bait anymore. There was a time when he was younger where he would get very animated, but Shotty gets, it's a performance. It's a stage show. He's not going to rise to the bait anymore. So, just run it. You're not allowed to make jokes about it. You've met me, Dub. You know I'm constitutionally incapable of shutting my trap when I notice something or find something funny. I'll do my best. How's that? Crash, I agree with Ted. Gem's best performances are where he is cutthroat, like the Shocks battle, for example. That was pinpoint execution, where this feels laid back compared to that. Let me hear the rest of what Tech has to say first.
That Shotty was just a bit more clearer of his, and certain things that I wasn't aware of, he brought to light, explained it, and punched the hell out of the topic, and still while doing do you know what I mean? It was crazy. It was crazy, man. So yeah, that's my reason of why I picked Shotty versus Gem. I picked Shotty for that. I gave it to Shotty 2-1, first and second, man. But dope battle, everything it was supposed to be, man.
I would disagree with the entire assessment. I get that Gemin1 can be more visceral, but I feel like, again, that heel-face dynamic that was developing didn't necessitate going to... He didn't need to. Like, there was enough in there where he made his point, and that was enough. But maybe it would have made a difference if he was more visceral. I don't know. All I can say is that Shotty has the ability to dial it up. It's why the Shotty angle in the first is a dangerous game to play. If you're going to utilize your opponent's tactic against them, you have to be as good, if not better, than your opponent. Anything less is seen as a parody. Parodies can work, but it's a dangerous game ultimately. I feel like it's the same. If you're gonna try and out-rap Shotty while being super aggressive, dangerous game to play. I don't know if you can pull it off. And I think Gem was wise to retain a bit more individuality in the way that he was performing, which was, I feel he was more methodical, and I feel like he was more precise, albeit in terms of his writing. In terms of his execution, yes, I can see that maybe it seems more relaxed because there was a bit of hesitation, there was some very light stumbling, some having to go over it again a few times. But ultimately, I feel like he did as good as he was going to. Gem didn't bring up anything we didn't knew, where Shotty shined light on the Frank situation, the reason they hadn't battled prior. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, again, it's battle rap. It's fair game, and Shotty utilized it to great effect. Anyways, let us hear.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Rivers, judging Gemin1 versus Shotty.
This will be interesting.
UK shit, you know. I had first round Shotty, cold round.
Okay.
Second round to me went to Gem. Third round, I feel like Gemin1 got that one there more clearer. That's probably the clearest round. And yeah, that was my result. My result was
That's
Gem.
the one. Interesting.
But it was a solid battle on both sides. They both did exactly what we expected and more And this one here,
Crash asking where the fuck has Rivers been, by the way. The nether realm, by the looks of it. Doing well, though. He looks well, which is nice to see.
the replay value is definitely probably some of the highest that we've seen in a minute. You know what I mean? I'm sure this would be debated a lot. But yeah, salute to both the guys. Salute to Prem, putting together a big one once again. I've been Rivers, signing out.
Yes, people, what's happening?
Hamill.
It's Hamill here. I hope everyone is well.
He's growing his hair back. He's listened to me. Listen, Hamill, you're a handsome bastard one way or the other. But the shaved head look, save that for when you're older. You're young, full of pep, full of potential, and hair follicles. Utilize that to the most. Speaking of someone that's got it for life, probably not the person you need to, but there's people who are losing their hair at a rapid rate that will beg you not to do that while you're young. Your hair looks fabulous, young man. Keep it that way. Anyways, right. Rivers keeping it humble. Making time for Dub is lovely. Dub. Oh, bless his heart. That's why if Dub T ever does promos, I feel like someone needs to be there to bounce off him a little bit. If you let him cut promos, just seeing as it will probably never get released now, I did do an interview with Dub T at the quarterfinal tapings. His was the longest interview I did. And he is not short. He is not short of an opinion or two. I love it, though. I love it. Anyways, Hamill, you handsome fuck. Let me hear what you have to say.
Fresh off the weekend where we seen history take place. I was lucky enough to judge this battle.
By the way, I will also say I sent him like this Scouse Picks take video. He did not reply. That's just quite funny to me. The fact that I sent him... what was it? It was... fucking hell. What was it? I sent it to Stro. I sent it to Bizzo. What the fuck was it? I can't remember now. But it was taking the piss out of the Scouse accent. Sent it to anyone Liverpool related. I sent it to Hamill. Not a reply was given. I don't think he found it all that funny, in which case I apologise. We got told 5 minutes so no one could accuse Prem of rigging it. And all these guys all went up to... Okay, Dub. Yep, that's what they meant. Everyone cut their short so Dub can have time to cut a promo.
And this is how I scored it. I made a shit ton of notes, which I won't get into because we'll be here all day and no one wants that. But round...
Right. I'm not saying Prem clipped that together knowing that they were leading into Dubs. I'm just saying that with how Dub is making it, and now Hamill's saying that, that's so fucking funny.
One for me was the closest round of the battle.
Okay.
I think Shotty's multi-stack out the gate, the Bob Backlund, what's cracking, all off the back of flipping Gem slogan was insane. Gemin1, I felt like had a lot of work to do coming into round one, but he delivered. This was the toughest round I think I've ever had to judge in my life. But I did edge it ever so slightly to Shotty. So 1-0 after round one to Shotty. Going into the second round, this was, in my opinion, Shotty's best round of the battle. I know a lot of people were also saying it was Gemin1's as well. Gemin1 went fucking crazy this round. Super direct. A couple things that Shotty had mentioned in his first and second, he was doing well at kind of flipping it. Obviously not freestyled, I don't believe, but still to counter right like that, really, really effective. I still edge this to Shotty. I think he just did a little bit more and covered a little bit more in the round. That being said,
he gave the final round to Gem.
This was the clearest round for me, and I give this to Gemin1.
Interesting.
I think he super direct throughout the whole round, linked his points and angles together very well, and it was just so well written as a round. I think Shotty, don't get me wrong, did a lot on his third. He made it quite conversational. He had some, light-hearted stuff in there, but I just think Gem was more direct to the point, covered more in round three. But overall, I had it Shotty 2-1. I will have to watch it back. I might feel a different type of way there, but in the room on the day, I had Shotty winning 2-1 with the first and the second.
Fair enough.
Yo, it's Dub T judging the UK title match between Shotty Horroh and Gemin1. Let's get straight into it. We're going to come back to the first round at the end. So we're going to start with round two. Shotty came out crazy in round two. He had the heat on the trap, home alone, hot to handle, crazy. The body slammer hologram scheme was sick. Gemin1 prompt response. The wing back stuff, dropping back when he got attacked. The Tony stuff was crazy. The Danny and Raw stuff was crazy. Same with the Bagnall stuff. Then he did the whole Quill glass.
I'm going to stop because I want to say something. I'm not going to. Chiefly because I'm going to I'm going to go try and call Dub after this, and I don't want him to be mad at me. I would just say, I'll say it succinctly. You're stealing my gimmick, Dub. Like, this is what I do on the fucking tournament stuff, where I just write down literally everything everyone says and then references it. Yeah, but I'm not here to criticize anyone's decor. If you look behind me, you've got a rack of clothes, and then that's it, man. I'm not criticizing anyone's decor, man. Like, man's room is his man's room.
Break stuff.
Dub T, I wish you didn't quote so many bars when we get it. No, but what I'm saying is that you're illustrating that you listened and you're substantiated, because it's what I do. I don't like saying I feel, I think. I like being able to go, look, that's why I like judging in real time, and I like being able to re-review what I've just listened. It helps you be able to sift through what you think versus what you actually think. So it's fine. I'm just saying, you're stealing my gimmick though, brother.
Someone else to smash it for you. Crazy. Then he did the celebrating with Rowan like the Norwegian team.
Yes.
Crazy.
That's a great
Hardcore fans give the belt a crack, choke the belt to death.
Yep.
Loads of good material in this round, and there was loads of personality from Shotty. He was very direct, got great reaction in this round. It was a crazy round from Shotty, but if we get into the second round from Gem, crazy material as well. Favourite time watching Arsenal when he 30'd you. Classic horror heads turning, the URL stuff, the whole you want to be on Smack so bad, but I've got the belt around my arm.
Yep.
Crazy. Pick every letter like I'm sending a ransom. Flying keys till I caught a charge like Benjamin Franklin. Crazy. Shots on foot like Megan Thee Stallion. Crazy. He had the whole Jason.
Dub knows what we're all thinking, so I'm not going to press the issue any further, okay? When we get to his critique, that is when I shall start talking.
And Tay-Rock stuff, not even the Epstein files had that many retracted statements. The Napoleon complex, rip every bone apart, crazy. He had loads of great material in this round. It was a really heavy round from Gemini, and I feel like in most battles, especially exhibition battles against anyone in the world, you probably give him this round on the day. What I will say is, in a title match, or just a match of this stature, where the belt's on the line, it's two absolute titans going head to head. I felt as if this round was just a little bit too indirect for me. And it wasn't, Shotty wasn't overpowered to the point where he can't win the round off the merit of his material, because his material was crazy. For me, Shotty's material was crazy, and he was more direct than Gem. So even if Gem had slightly better material than Shotty, his indirectness for me loses him the round.
Which is interesting, because I've heard the exact opposite point made. I can't remember who though, but during the tournament, that was kind of my point. Is like, I want more stuff aimed at the opponent. I don't want just good stuff, if that makes sense. But then there were people saying, yeah, but it's good stuff. So you have to judge it on its own merits rather than the directness. And then again, it's the subjectivity of judging a battle rap. Like, it can work both ways. In this instance, Dub saying it doesn't work.
It's just as simple as that. I just think in a title match, you have to be direct. Being
yes,
direct is
but I would agree with that.
For me, in a title match as a judge. But the third round, I think it's the complete opposite. I feel like Shotty comes out and has great material, good substance to what he's saying. He has loads of inventive, loads of personality, loads of inventive material, loads of personality. The whole Summer Madness guest list stuff was great. The pump in the brake scheme, run through necks like a jugular vein, crazy stuff. It's a cold round from Shotty, cold round. But I don't think he quite gets to those peak moments as well as he did in the round 1 and 2. He's spinning a good story. He has great substance in what he's saying, but I'm not sure he quite gets the payoffs that he needs to win the round. Whereas if you look at Gemini's round, he does have those payoffs, and he takes the round for me. Quite
okay.
I don't say clearly, but I don't think you can really give Shotty this round. I don't think there's much argument.
I'll tell you what you need to do. Here's how you solve judging in a nutshell for me. Okay? Here's how you solve it. You have the actual judges, they make their case for how they judged, and then fans vote for the judge they agree with the most. That's the way you solve it. Because then it's whoever puts together the most compelling argument. It's not each judge sets their own rules and judges accordingly. Because I agree with Dub in this instance. Like, the directness should count in a title match, and the efficacy of what they're saying should count even more so. So, yeah, even though I'm disagreeing with the assessment he's drawing, because I felt it was effective, I feel like he's just helped me crystallize the thing with judging in Battle Rap, which is there's an extra step we're missing.
Can't pay Bobby more, the Nigel Farage stuff, the company you keep, company you leave, the business owner stuff, find a brand that can pay you, the think about a round you have to speak to a sponsor, crazy.
Yep. Which didn't get the reaction initially until it got to the end of that bar, which again is the point I'm making there, is that one was probably a little bit too in-depth. He got away with it to a degree, but that one really, that was close to falling on its ass, even though it was a good bar.
Bullet turned to a vegetable, slug and lettuce. Stuff about Shotty's deal, the label on your neck, cut it off earlier, 40, can't drive, chatting to me, funny. The Chadwick Boseman, cancer growing stuff, crazy. I think it's a 10-9 gem round, quite clear. So it's 1-1 going going back to the first round. So for me, this first round is the closest round I've seen in a room.
Interesting. Okay.
Shotty comes out crazy. Shotty comes out with the if his dog tags in, his dog tags in, crazy. It's an OG Shotty round. There's loads of internal multis. It's very, very good pace changes throughout. Loads of personality. Really engaging. Takes the crowd along with him. Crazy, crazy round. Vintage Shotty round. Organic before King of the Dot was made. On a break, Shotty Horroh's name is the one they'll say, crazy. Two-Face cunt in real life and one in name. And then he had the Frank White angle at the end, which I think was really clever, because even though I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of the Frank White angle, just the way he delivered it and the way he wrote it made it so it felt really impactful and a really heavy angle to go into Gem's next round. And I felt
he's right. And again, in Battle Rap, you don't need to fucking provide receipts. A lot of this shit can be made up for all we know, and it doesn't matter. It's whether or not it hits in the room or not. You can make up anything you like, so long as it works. And it sounded impactful. And the fact that Gemin1 validated it in the middle of the battle, not once to the camera, but twice to Shotty. Yeah.
Felt like Gem needed a response going into that first round, and Gem comes out and has an equally as crazy round. He has the dyslexic battle stuff, the Iranian government catastrophe, break down my government stuff, the whole talking about the new killer, what country they're from, pepper your drum. The spelt your name with an H, that's the battler he was meant to become. Crazy.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah.
Space in my graveyard, I already put most of your friends inside it. Crazy. I just realised that the belt around your arm stuff was in this round as opposed to later in the battle. So that just, adds to my point that this round was so close, because that was one of my favourite Gem bits of material from the whole battle. But my point still stands anyway, regardless of where that material was in the battle, because if it's in the first round, it doesn't make much difference. So for me, it's a 10-10 round from both. The only way I could split them was by deducting a point from Gemin1 for having material that I don't necessarily think deserved to be there. So the Jill Dando stuff that he did in the first round and the John Wayne Gacy stuff he did. Plus, I felt like some of the contemporary stuff he was doing wasn't contemporary enough. Like, he did the Coldplay screen stuff and the Johnny Depp, or not the Russell Brand deal with a 16 stuff. The Trump World Cup stuff I give him that completely. I just think those bits of contemporary material, the Russell Brand and the Coldplay, not contemporary enough, and I felt like the Joe Dando and John Wayne Gacy stuff wasn't good enough to be there. So I took a point off Gem there and made it a 10-9 round for Shotty. So 2-1 Shotty Horroh. For me, he's the new UK champion.
And there you go. That was Shotty Horroh versus Gemin1. And for what it's worth, it's a battle that definitely lived up to the billing of something that fans had been waiting for such a long time. I feel like the execution from both battlers was where it needed to be, and yeah, it's a shame I wasn't in the room for it, but I feel like on a rewatch it still holds up. A lot of the veracity of both of them, the quality of the stuff they wrote was excellent. I am inclined to give it 2-1 to Shotty Horroh. I think the way I judge it, I give the first round to Gemin1. I give the second round and the third round to Shotty Horroh. And with that, he is your new Premier Battles UK Undisputed Champion, and therefore the Undisputed Battle Rap Champion of the UK. Where do we go from here then? The tournament's over. Young Dub unfortunately didn't pick up the dub against De Burke. De Burke, congratulations. He is the Where Winning Matters Tournament champion. Be interesting to see what he does with that accolade. Bobby is the Intercontinental or Continental champion. Yeah. No, I appreciate you, Crash. Yeah, you're a brother. We will... I'll come to that in a minute. I'll wrap up this battle rap stuff, and then I'll sign off with what I need to sign off with. But yeah, no, I gave it 2-1 to Shotty Horroh. I wonder whether or not he has any UK steam left in him, because the question would now become, well, who does Shotty Horroh battle in the UK? He's not battling Raptor or he's not battling Raptor, he's not battling Bizzo, he's not battling Bobby anytime soon. Quill? But would Shotty take that battle at this point? Does he start a 2-on-2? That seems to be the thing people do when they can't find an opponent. I don't know. That's kind of the thing that I see now Shotty doing, is taking the belt and then battling overseas with it, but not defending it. He has said that the title isn't a UK you don't have to be from the UK to win it. He's invited people to come onto the league and battle for it. So potentially that's another avenue. So an international battle of some description. But I guess it would be down to what the fans want to see at this point. Like, who do you want to see Shotty battle next? I think the other thing as well is, what does Gemin1 do? I would be so sad to see Gemin1 walk away from Battle Rap on a loss. But I wonder what Gemin1 would want to do after having the belt, and his first matchup is against Shotty Horroh. That's quite... Like, where do you go from there? Especially off the back of a loss. So, 1,000 questions stem, which is... great, by the way. Crash is saying he thought we saw Sharon has challenged him. There will be options, and I wonder what they'll do. I hope they do something in the UK, though. Again, as much as I understand that the scene in the UK is trying to mesh itself with the scene in the US to try and garner a bit more traction, bit more money, bit more attention, all the rest of it. I want to be able to attend events, man. So I want to see it defended against a UK competitor. But who? Remains to be seen. But as far as today, as far as a culmination of the Where Winning Matters tournament to a large degree, and the culmination of a lot of fans wanting to see this battle, it certainly lived up. And yeah, I think generally a great battle, and one that, but I think that's what's great about it as well. This is debatable. Like, there's a lot of interjection for people to say, I think this, well, I think this. I think that's great too. It invites people to watch it, rewatch it over and over again, which is only a good thing. That's fantastic. So, but my 2 cents, Shotty Horroh took it 2-1. So, with that, I don't know when you'll see me doing battle rap stuff next. Because number one, I'm not aware of any other Prem events booked for the rest of the year. I remember Gast saying he might try and book something, but I think that was more, again, that was more exploratory. I think No Loose Chat are trying to put something together. I think I saw something mentioned today to that effect. The Second City Battles event that I wasn't able to cover, again, for reasons I'll cover a little bit more in depth in a second. They're not back until January, so unless something's announced, I think that's when you'll see me back doing battle rap stuff, probably, because that's when there'll be stuff to cover. Again, I would love to say I would love to do more interviews, but, and this is where my thought process has gone there, I think because Pick Your Battles is back and doing content, because Cammy has really hit his stride with his stuff, I think you're already pretty well covered for that. I think if there's going to be conversations to be had, there's going to be these sort of round tables and, you know, multi-platform things. I mean, fucking hell, Pick Your Battles had a tournament wrap-up stream. I think Shotty was on it. I'll guarantee you now, you ain't going to see Shotty Horroh on my stream anytime soon. So you've got a premiere channel right over there to go and check out UK battle rap stuff on a regular basis. Not only there, but also on Cammy's. I think he was on Cammy's as well. So you've got they'll give you everything you need and more when it comes to covering battle rap stuff on a week-to-week basis from here until there's an event. I think what I'll do is, with me and Crash, we found a formula that works, which is when there's something to cover, we promo it, we preview it, we review it well. That's what I'll focus my attention on doing when I'm back, if that makes sense. And I can only apologize to Second City Battles because that was my intention with them. Circumstances necessitated my attention was diverted elsewhere. So I think my feeling is that not only has the scene, but the fans have embraced like the more contemporary stuff with Pick Your Battles and Cammy. So you're covered. That, like, they'll do the best job of anyone, and I'm here for it. I can't wait to see what they do. I can't wait to see them continue to carry the flag for UK battle rap media and to do a great job doing it. And I would heartily recommend you go and check out their channels and stuff that they've produced, especially in my absence. The other reason that I think that I'll be gone for a while is, and I'll just, this is, you can turn off now if you're only here for the battle rap stuff. This is me, my channel. I've had an impossible fucking 8 weeks, man. To just give you the headlines, the company I was working for fucking folded, and none of us got fucking paid. So that was hard. I had to fucking find a new job. Found a new job. It's twice as fucking hard as my last job. So I'm a lot of my energy and effort has been put into that. And then my mum passed away. And if you don't know me personally, I get that might, you know, seem bad enough. But my mum was someone that was incredibly important to me for a variety of reasons that I'll cover on a stream coming once I'm able to articulate what I want to say properly. It's kind of sapped my motivation for a lot of things that I was working quite hard on before she passed away. And battle rap was part of that. Again, that's why I wasn't at the event, because my passion for battle rap is at its best when I can put my entire focus on it and I can really obsess about it and I can really give it my full attention and I can obsess about it almost, you know what I mean? I just don't really have that capacity at the moment in my life. So, whereas Cammy is fucking obsessed. He lives and breathes this shit, and more power to him. That's why, again, I have the utmost faith that Cammy will do a great job in covering the scene, not only with fun, quirky stuff like the Pokemon battle stuff that he's doing, but also with the live streams, with the reviews, with the interviews, that sort of thing. Pick Your Battles is doing something similar as well, albeit to a slightly different degree, and more power to him for that. For me, I work best when I'm fucking full speed ahead, 1000% investment, got a plan, got an idea. yeah, man, I'm just not there right now. And especially after the year I had with the Where Winning Matters tournament, it didn't yield the success I wanted it to for the channel. I still feel like the UK battle rap fandom in particular hasn't put its arms around me and what I do, because I just grate against it to a certain degree, whereas Cammy and Pick Your Battles don't. And again, that's one of the reasons why when I do something, it's because I want to make sure it's because I really give a shit about it and I'm going to do a really good job doing it. Because then even if the fans don't like it, and especially when Prem and the battlers don't like it, which is a lot, again, I have a tendency to say and produce things that they don't necessarily agree with or condone. It's got to be because I still 1000%, 100% believe in it, feel it, want it, all the rest of it. And right now, I'm content to just be a fan. I'm content to just sort of watch and just go, cool. You know what I mean? I don't have that same desire to be a voice in the scene, to have like this pedestal I've placed myself on, which I did for a while. Again, my mission at the beginning of this year when I started covering the tournament was I wanted my channel with Crash to become the #1 destination for UK battle rap fans in terms of news, in terms of reviews, in terms of interviews. I wanted the battlers to think of us first when they thought, right, I want to get exposure, I want to go on a channel, I want to do a promo, I want to do this, that, the other, I want to come to the Halcyon Show, I want to talk to Lorne, I want to talk to Crash. And while I think I feel like me and Crash did a great job. I had so much fun doing those streams. I'd like to think a lot of the battlers had fun. I think some of the fans had fun. I don't know if we achieved that. I feel like we are still not the destination for UK battle rap fans to check in with what's going on or who's saying what or whatever. It's still not the premier destination for the battlers either. And so what I think I will be doing until January, when I have a clearer idea of what events are happening, what the individual leagues are thinking about doing, and most importantly, when I have had enough time to emotionally process what I've just spent the last 8 weeks trying to deconstruct and contend with, which, like I say, I'll talk about more in depth on the stream where it's significant enough to talk about. When we come back, not if, this isn't we're done, it's at the moment, I don't have a good plan to say to Prem, to Don't Flop, to No Loose Chat, to Second City Battles, don't do anyone else's show first, do our show first. Let me and Crash interview you. Let me and Crash do the face-off. Let me and Crash do the preview. Let me and Crash do the review. I want to make sure that we have a pitch. I want to make sure that when we go to them and say, no, give us the access, let us do it. By the way, I don't know who Overlord 81 is. I just want to let you know, go fuck yourself. And yeah, you're out, man. Like, yeah. Where are you? There you go. There you go. Get in the bin. Fuck off. What was I saying? I want us to be the #1 destination, and I just don't know how to. I thought the live streams was one way of doing it. Yeah, and that's fine, Crash. Again, that's the other thing. That's the other reason, I'll be honest with you, being at the event. I'm in such a weird emotional space right now. Things set me off. And the problem is when I get upset these days, I have a tendency to become, not violence, the wrong word, but I get incensed quite quickly. And that's not good. I shouldn't be in that mindset and that frame of mind when I'm doing stuff. You know what I mean? You should have more control over yourself. And so, like I said, where I am now emotionally and mentally, I need time to process everything, come to terms with it, be okay within myself. That also comes down to silly things like weight. I did mention that I don't really want to do another live event until I've lost some weight, because I just feel like I look like a hunk of shit. That takes time. You can't, I mean, I know some people take peptides or fucking everything else under the sun. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that shit. I'll lose weight the old-fashioned way. Diet, exercise, you know, holistic approach, all the rest of it, that takes time. Hopefully by January, I will be more comfortable in myself, mentally, physically, emotionally, and all the rest of it, that I can then give this the full attention that it deserves and the full energy that it deserves. And that's why, and it's hard to say that, by the way, because Crash is in the comments right now, and Crash is, and again, I want to take this moment to say thank you to Crash, because Crash pushed me through times during the streams where I was, fuck it, we're done. This is bullshit. That was the worst episode ever. I hate. I'm terrible. Maybe you should host the show by yourself. And he was the guy that was like, nah, man, we're fine. We're cool. Let's just do it, and it'll be great. If nothing else, I do want to return because I loved hosting the show with Crash, and I want to do more stuff. It's just, again, I want to have a pitch for him that's not just, hey, let's just do a show for poops and giggles. Let's do something fucking cool. And it's the same for all the battlers, man. It's not just, I want to do this because I want to do it. I want to do it because I want to offer something. And if it's the battlers, I want to offer them a platform, or I want to offer them something unique. If it's the leagues, it's, I want to offer them exposure, or I want to offer them something unique. Especially the premier talents. And the reason I said Shotty will never be on this channel is not because he is not welcome. It's because I feel like, again, the reputational damage I did to myself years ago is something that people will never forget. But it's also something I will never stop working to overcome. Okay? I will never, ever stop trying to make this channel the best it can be. But I'm also willing to take time to fucking figure that out. I don't just want to throw shit at the wall week in, week out and see what sticks. I want it to be good. I want it to make sense. I want it to be fun. I want it to be enjoyable. I also want it to be predictable. Again, I want to have the energy to do something consistently so you know when you're tuning in, you are not wasting your time. So, with that in mind, I'll keep waffling otherwise. Crash, you're a gentleman, sir. I appreciate you as always. Gas was in the chat. I appreciate you as well, brother. You're an absolute gentleman. Dub, I'll call you in a minute. Was there anyone else? Oh, How to Shrooms was tuned in, but once again, he can't talk because he somehow muted himself. That's quite funny. Did we have anyone else? I want to say... Did we have anyone else? Oh, and Danny dropped in as well. So listen. If it's January I'm back, I'll see you in January. Battle Rap fans I'm talking about now. I'll be doing another stream in a few days. That's a purely personal stream. Again, I do not expect anyone to tune in and watch it. It's purely for me because I have a lot I want to talk about. And I want my channel is my forum to talk about what's on my mind sometimes, and I'm going to use it. But that's completely un-Battle Rap related. What you care about is Battle Rap. When the leagues start announcing events again, so when Prem books their next event, wherever it is, whenever it is, hopefully it's long enough that I, again, like I say, I can lose a little bit more weight and I can cover the event better. Second City Battles, I've already given a commitment to them to say, listen, I'm sorry I missed your first event. I booked a ticket, paid for my transport and all the rest of it. Just couldn't make it for personal reasons. The next event they do, I promise to cover that. So, again, this isn't we're done. This is just, at the moment, there's not a lot of battle rap to cover. So I'm going to use the time to try and figure out what the fuck we can do to make our coverage unique so that Cammy can continue to do what he does best, so that Pick Your Battles can continue to do what he does best. Me and Crash can then return and have our own little slate where we're doing our thing, and it's the best it can be as well. What that is, I guess you'll have to wait and see what me and Crash brainstorm. So listen, I can't thank you enough for joining me on this stream. If you were here live with me, if you catch this on the back end, I appreciate you for again joining me for a battle rap oriented stream. I hope it's not a long time before I see you again covering battle rap. Again, covering battle rap in 2026 in a year that for me has been incredibly personally trying for a variety of different reasons, has been while ultimately we didn't achieve the success I wanted to achieve in terms of our being synonymous with UK battle rap, because that's what I want. And I'll make no fucking illusion, I wanted to be the #1 point for UK battle rap media. We didn't quite achieve that. we made great strides towards that. I feel like me and Crash's weekly show became appointment viewing for people just like the tournament was. And if we can figure something out to get close to that or closer to that goal, that'll get me really excited. So give me some time. Let me think. Let me try and figure something out. So until then, though, I hope it's not a long time. But if it is, listen, man. Life is coming at everyone a lot. So please, from me to you, whoever you are watching this, take very, 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 very fucking good care of yourselves. And fucking make the most of every single motherfucking second of every fucking minute of every fucking day. Please. Okay? Things can get better, granted. But then there are days that make you wish, fucking hell, does it have to be that hard? And speaking as someone that's had to deal with a lot of that recently, I am just imploring you to take very good care of yourself and embrace those around you. Okay? Be good to each other, yourselves. And God willing, I'll be back on your screen soon. So, I've been your host, Lorne Risley. Thank you very much for joining me for this edition of the Halcyon Show. Stay tuned. And hopefully, not in the too distant future, I'll see you on the next episode.